We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Just don't understand what the hell happened, Blabs. I literally did nothing. And it just goes, nope, you're no longer using that camera. What's going on, everybody? Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And, of course, SideScrollersPlus.com. Good to see everybody. Welcome out. It's going to be a great day today. Hello, Blabs.
Oh, hello. Hi. Hello. You're that's a great start for professionals.
You know, we did nothing. It was just the program. I don't know. This happened last night. I was on Powder Keg Greg's show last night, and like the same thing happened over there, and so it made me wonder, like, is it something? Is it something on my end? I don't know. I just don't know. Is everything good today?
It's good. It's Gucci. Also, hello, Kick Chat. We see you finally.
Oh, are they actually in the?
Yeah, I tested it out. Here, I'll do it again. Look. All right, test on Kick, and then look, there I am. Test.
Oh, look at that. Kick is implemented. That's nice. Well, all right.
Nice.
Very good. Nice. Well, glad everybody's with us today. It is Thursday, and every couple of weeks we are joined by one of our favorite guests here on the show. It's Kirsche. Great to see you, Kirsche.
Yeah. Good morning. Hello.
You've been up and around. I saw you on Tectone show yesterday. Is that how you say the name, Tectone?
Yeah, Tectone, the Eggy Man, making me wake up early 2 days in a row. I'm gonna die.
How was that? I seemed like you were. I don't know. I just kind of glanced in. It seemed like you're on for a good while.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hung out with Tectone and NUKES and Secret Society. I hadn't heard of that guy before, but he was nice.
Cool. Well,
Wait, Secret Society? I feel like I know that name.
Well, it's always good to make new friends. I think that's the wonderful thing. How's the last couple of weeks been for you?
Really stressful, I guess, to put it mildly. But hopefully calming down now. Things are kind of gonna relax. I haven't had any more actual news places write hit pieces. It's all just been on blogs and Substacks of people screeching and trying to, reverse a victim and offender here. So hopefully it just stays segregated to that little tiny Tumblr space.
Did you just say hopefully it stays segregated? You know they're going to take that and clip it. Go, Kirsche said,
I want to be segregated from those people.
I was over here typing up my latest article about you, Kirsche, over here and posting it as my shadow profile over here to just continue the rage. But it's crazy, man. These people are nuts, and it's almost like they always want to be the victim in everything that happens. So,
well, I mean, that's how they've maintained power for so long. As long as they keep claiming to be the victim and people keep being like, oh no, you poor silly thing, you couldn't have known any better, you have no agency over your actions. As long as they were able to keep lying to people and getting that victim status, they were able to laud this power over others. And it's great that it's going away.
Well, there are no victims here, only champions here on and normal men here on Side Scrollers. We do not play the victim game. We refuse unless somebody really makes us the victim. Then we'll be the victim. But we're glad you're with us. We're glad that there's hopefully some sort of normalcy returning to your life.
Hopefully.
Good. Well, we got a great show. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to kind of get back in the love seat of news and kind of talk about all this stuff today. Man, we got I can't believe we're talking about this today. I don't know if you saw the news.
Chat is saying there's something wrong with the audio.
What?
I don't know. Of course there is.
Rip audio?
What the hell? I don't even understand.
Audio problems big time. Let me pull up YouTube. Let me look.
On my side of it? All right. Well, Blabs, give us a rundown of the show. I'll work on my audio here real quick.
Oh, okay? No, I was going to listen to what the hell they're saying, whose audio is fucked.
Okay. Well.
It sounds fine to me.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I just listened to it.
Well, do us a favor. Everyone says it's fine, and if not,
Refresh
then
if
just go
needed.
refresh. We'd appreciate it. Yeah, maybe a YouTube thing.
I saw enough people saying it that I was like, oh, maybe there is a problem.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, look, we want to make sure that things are good, and we have a nice, quality, professional presentation on a day-to-day basis. That is what people show up for. That and me and Blabs just kicking each other in the balls for 2 hours, which is good.
Yeah.
The fuck?
The old school MTV. You gotta make sure you kick them real good.
Let's kick them good. But I'll tell you what, we got a lot of news today. So EA nuked the Black Panther game and a studio associated with it. Did you see that PlayStation is launching a social credit score for their
No,
games?
I didn't even know there was a Black Panther game, and I also didn't know about the credit score.
Oh, we're going to get into that today. We got some Switch stuff. We're going to laugh about some of the insanity that's happening up in the northwest of the United States, up there in Cali and Oregon. We're going to laugh about that. There's also a limited edition video game that I very much want to buy that is available at Goodwill right now. And we'll be talking about that here in a little bit. So we also have the answer to one of the internet's most burning questions over the last month that you, normal man, could have the opportunity to solve by yourself by playing a video game. So we got a lot going on today. We're glad you're with us. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. A quick reminder, we got some really good things coming up. Coming up on Friday, as in like tomorrow, we have the amazing Tournament of Champions for Nerd Duel happening tomorrow. Very, very excited for this. Make sure you guys show up. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't seen Nerd Duel, it's like Jeopardy crossed with Mario Party, crossed with Mortal Kombat. So show up for that. We have six winners from season 1. They are competing tomorrow night. We're going to give away 100 gifted memberships to the winner's channel tomorrow night. It's going to be great. So that's really, really cool.
You're a little bit underwater. Meow.
Why Craig always go underwater? I feel like that's a feature at this point.
I agree. Not a bug. It's a feature.
You're better now.
Okay. I just need to shut up.
I feel like we need to. I'll do that every time. Okay.
Sounds good. Also, we have tomorrow. I found out that Kirsche, we have something special next week on Side Scrollers Plus for you. We announced. This is very, very exciting. Of course, last time you were on, we announced that you're going to be joining Side Scrollers Plus. It's gone very, very well, by the way.
Hell yeah.
A lot of people very, very excited. But coming up next Wednesday, you're going to be I don't know. You want to talk about what you're doing on Plus?
I'm going to be doing a little introductory stream. So if you wanted to ask me any questions, if you wanted to get to know me a little better, you could do that on Side Scrollers Plus.
That's right. So it'll be exclusive to Plus on Wednesday next week. What's 3 o'clock? What time, Blabs?
3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern, 2 o'clock Central. So there's a link down below for Kirsche, which if you want to support her and you can support Side Scrollers Plus, use that link. It's awesome. It's a perfect setup for everything. I think right now I think we should definitely do when you're on, instead of our traditional Montez yellow supers, we should definitely let people know to utilize the Side Scrollers Plus link. So definitely go check that out and join us over there. It'd be really great. And you can watch the exclusive Kirsche stream next Wednesday, which will be good. Heck yes. Shut up, phone. Should I answer it?
Yeah, who is it? Is it your mom?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Yeah, okay. I'd just be like, hello.
Say if it's your mom, be like, hey.
Shut up. This is why, my wife always gets mad at me because I never have my ringer on. And she's like, why do you not have your ringer on? You never hear your phone. I'm like, because I host a podcast on a day-to-day basis. So I always forget to turn it off and on. So
Skill diff.
I know. It's tough. So anyways, we got a lot of good things going on over on Plus. So please join us over there. We'd love for you guys to pop in. As always, I like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. Blabs, I saw it. So, sorry.
You literally had one job, not to look.
Well, I go on X to help with the show. So I'm sorry.
You disappoint me greatly.
So what do we have today?
Look at that, guys. May 29th, we have Ninja Commando, released in 1992. We have Superman, the new Superman Adventures, released in 1999. And then Mario Party 8, released in 2007 on the Wii.
The Ninja Commando art looks pretty cool.
All right. So I'm not going to say that you're fired today, because
that's fine because the rest of Twitter said that already. So
yeah. But I will say that you missed some noticeable ones. Now I don't know.
Shocking.
I don't know if you know this, Blabs,
Mm-hmm.
but Superman for the N64 is widely considered one of the worst games in the history of video
That's
games.
why what I figured, considering I got a lot of hate for it this morning. I was like, I guess it's a Superman game.
Yes. This is like wildly considered just horrific.
Now, why is that? Is it because it just is broken, or just it's not a fun game?
So I think a lot of it had to do with the technical limitations of the N64. It was a game that when you look at it, like, okay, one of those things. Yes, it did suck from a gameplay perspective, but
The chat says bad gameplay, hard controls.
yes, very hard controls, and a lot of that had to do with. Let me just show you the first level here. The whole idea is that you are scrolling through these rings here.
Oh no!
And you got to get through the rings, but this is what I mean by the technical limitations. Look at the draw distance. You can't see anything in front of you. It's just like a giant light blue,
that's rough.
Can't see anything here. But this guy doing this right here is like phenomenal at it. This is not what it usually looks like.
How come like every single game had these ring levels?
Yeah, right.
I think the
Any
idea
flying mode, it was just rings.
Yeah, I think the idea was very simply it's going to teach you how to play. It was like meant to be a tutorial level kind of. But you
Damn,
can
look
see
how
what's
fast he's going.
Yeah. It was
not
really
easy.
this was not an easy game, not a fun game to play. But yeah, so anyways, you failed there. You failed there. Well, I mean, I guess you
thanks.
kind of failed.
I mean, we're talking about it, so it's a good segment. Ha!
Yeah, okay, cool.
Content.
Content. Hey, all right. We also have, you mentioned Mario Party 8. That was mediocre for the Wii.
I'm
But
just
all right.
unlocked by 2007 being 18 years ago.
I know.
That should be illegal.
I
know. In 2 years, it's gonna be 20 years. It's like, what?
Kirsche, I don't know if you know this, but yesterday we celebrated Blabs' birthday.
I did. I said happy birthday on the Twitter post
did.
when I saw it.
Oh, that's so nice. Yes, it was wonderful. So, Blabs, in 2 years, you'll be over 30.
Shut up. No.
And then,
I woke up this morning and I was brushing my teeth. I look in the mirror and I'm like, the end is near.
did you notice like maybe like a single crow's nest, like a crow's feet on your eye, and you're like,
I'm like,
no!
every day I'm getting closer. I'm like 364 days until I'm 30.
Like, if you just never leave your house and never get sun on your skin, you'll never get wrinkles. That's the secret.
I could do that. Just hide.
Just hide. Just go in the darkness. That's crazy.
Hide underneath my bed.
Some other noticeable games that you missed today. Quite possibly the greatest video game ever made.
Wait. It was Japan release date, so I didn't do it. I'm just gonna do a little spoiler for tomorrow.
Okay. That's fine. Pokemon Quest.
I've never played that one, actually.
Neither have I. It says the Switch, but it looks, I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, Pokemon Quest, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. A lot of collections here. And I guess capes. I don't even know what that game is. So, okay. So you didn't do horribly today, Blabs. You did pick some...
It wasn't horrible. It was just bad.
Oh. I can only go up, so.
It's true. Speaking of going up, we have a lot of support to start the stream, and we do have a sponsor today, which we'll get to here in just a little bit. I'm very excited about that. New York Giants fan came in, says, "Dad joke of the day: why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? The P is silent." Hey,
That's funny. I like the dinosaur jokes. Well done.
I don't need to beg for people who tell dad jokes to grill for me anymore. I can just make my friends do it. It's great.
Listen, nothing makes me happier than dad jokes. I love dad jokes. And that's pretty good when they're a Giants fan. Anthony says, "Is the queen of Korshova?"
Korshovo.
Okay, Korshovo. Okay, having to wake up early, told 2 days in a row. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I need more sleep. I'm gonna go back to bed after this, actually.
Oh no, we'll be quick today. Eric Haya says, "You mean they canceled the Black Panther game?" Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that for sure. We have Flying the Nuke says, "Hey, Funny Foxu. Hi, Blabs.
Hi.
Hello. I guess, Craig. Thanks. Kier, is there any chance of you helping Blabs out with some nail and hand care tips?
Do you need some hand and nail
What the
care
fuck's wrong
tips?
with my hands?
You got boy nails.
Let's go! Let's go!
I am. I mean, I hate nail polish. I
love nail polish. I posted
No,
a picture
I'm a
of my nails
boy.
before I left for the bunker, and they were all pretty and shiny, and they still
Holy
are.
shit. That's fucking awesome. You got
I hate
boy
nail
nails.
polish. I like it.
I love nail polish. I don't like the way it smells. I mean, it smells pretty bad when you're putting it on, but
Dude,
like
I hate
afterwards,
it.
it's
The
nice.
feel of it's awful. I hate the fake nails. I hate all of it. Ugh.
Oh, I hate
I
fake
haven't painted my
nails.
nails
Fake
in like
nails are
half a
terrible.
decade.
Well, how does the nail polish itself feel bad?
I love how Chet says I have like man hands when I just have piano fingers. They're just long and
No, you
tiny.
don't
I
have
actually have
man
hobbit
hands, they're
sized
man
hands. They're really
nails.
freaking small.
Yeah.
I'm a size small for gloves.
Yeah.
Dude,
my
like-
my nails are my natural nails. They're just really, really long.
Man,
Listen, to each their own, man. But for me, no.
you got fucking wrecked, Blabs. That was awesome.
For
I looked
what?
through.
Having like, I don't like nail polish.
You got boy
this
hands.
Is a wreck. This
I
is
didn't say
a
boy
bird.
hands. I said boy nails.
Okay.
Oh my God, I got teeny tiny ass hands.
I looked through your. I just see nail polish and nails and nails and.
Those are how long your nails are. No way.
Those are my most recent picture. But yeah, that's
How do you
about how
wipe
long
your
my nails are.
ass?
What do you mean? How do I wipe my ass with my fingers, like a normal person? Like you put the
so
fucking
long.
paper towel shit in your hand and then you put it on your butt.
No, but it's like it's so long. Doesn't that hurt?
No, the nails don't even touch my skin. What do you mean?
You just like bend your fingers.
Yeah, you bend your finger. That's what your hand does, Blabs.
no,
It bends.
Blabs over here doing like this.
We're not out here like shovel scooping, man. Like what?
I was like, I don't understand how you like. She got a. Like, you
No,
don't
it's just
wipe
like,
with
how
scissors.
How to do anything when your fingers or nails are in so long in the way? You know.
Well, like there's some things I can't do. Like I can't open pull tab cans. I have to use
Okay.
like a little apparatus or like my credit card or something to kind of lift the tab up a bit and then get my skin under it because otherwise I'll break a nail. When my chair was being put together because I had to buy a computer chair, the armrest thingies are magnetic and I went to try and like pull one off and I almost broke 3 of my nails doing that. So I learned I can't try and take off my hand rests myself. Gotta let someone else do
like
that.
a giant hinder to like life.
No, because I type way faster with my nails and my typing speed matters more than being able to remove my magnetic armrest that only happens once every like year. And plus with my long nails, the things that I can't do, it gives me an excuse to talk to other people where I'm just like, hello, I am a pretty princess and I can't use my fingers for this task. Can you please help me?
Guess I'm a prince then.
I mean,
Exactly.
it's really amazing, and like you could use the word nail for a lot of things, but I'm assuming most of the time on your X handle you're talking about your nails, right? Because
Yeah.
if you scroll down on your like once again, it's just tweet after tweet after tweet of you talking about your nails. Like you really love talking
You're
about.
very girly. I did not know this.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's all yours?
That was all that I owned back in 2022. I probably have like triple that now.
What do you do with it all? Doesn't it expire after a while? What a
only-
fascinating revelation.
Only
All right, let's
some
go.
of it, right? Like if it has like a super thick formula for the nail polish, it can dry out and you can't revive it with acetone. However, I've only ever had that happen to about 3 bottles. And thermal polishes also have a shelf life. Like you can still use the thermal polish, it'll be fine. It just won't have as strong of a thermal effect as when you first got it. And I would say most thermals have a shelf life of about 10 to 11 months.
What the fuck? You know, I only have like clear nail polish for like if you cut your finger or something. It's kind of like the same as like crazy glue or the liquid band-aid.
Yeah.
And then I think I may have a black nail polish, although I think I got rid of it ages ago for like if you ever like chip furniture and it's black, you
Yeah.
can use that. And then I have nail polish remover because that's actually like it helps around the house for like certain things that you need to clean or whatever. But wow, fascinating.
Yeah, the
You know-
polish I'm wearing now, I'll bring up the tweet that I posted, but it's a magnetic polish, and so you like hold a magnet to it, and when you put the magnet on it, it changes around where like the pigmentation is, so it looks like
fuck?
different. Yeah, it looks like it can create like a cat's eye effect, and so when you kind of shine it in the light, you can see like a ring of light that goes through your nail and changes the color. It's pretty cool.
Can I say something here? As somebody who's totally out of pocket and has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nothing would make me happier, and I mean like very few things in the world, than to get you and Blabs together IRL, and for you to give Blabs a hootie tootie girly makeover.
No. I like being a boy.
I could do
just
a
for fun.
manicure for her, but I can't do makeup. I don't even wear my own makeup.
I'm just saying, Blabs.
No, these are precious little hands.
You get the temporary ones. Just saying, Blabs.
Why would you get temporary nails? Those are gross. Just put like regular polish on her fingers and she can take it off after.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Oh,
why
no,
not?
I don't like the feel of it.
I don't understand. It doesn't feel like anything.
Boy in peace.
Just all right, Blabs.
Don't harassing me. Let me be a boy.
God, Jesus.
We're being very transphobic right now.
Yeah, you
Ridiculous.
bigots.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe we can make this happen. I don't know.
Never.
That's right.
I will-
Extreme makeover side scrollers edition. I think that'd be
She
good.
can
Side
French braid
scrollers
my
themed
hair.
nails.
That's about it.
Hey, I was thinking while you were talking about that, you seem very passionate about nail polish.
I am.
You should 100% have your own nail polish. Like
I
I realize.
really-
Polish.
I really would like to. The company that I buy most of my polish from, they do collaborations, and they've done it with some other YouTubers before who are big, like in the beauty influencer sphere. But if I could have like my own collection, I think that would be really fucking fun.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered reaching out to them yet because I've been so busy with other stuff that I'm setting up at the moment. But I would like for my manager to try at some point.
Yeah, nail polish for gamer girls. I think that'd be great. Yeah.
Can we have on Plus like Kirsche just talking about her nail polish collection, like just a random ass video that she films, so you don't have to show anything but like your nail polish collection, but like you just
Like
talk
the
about
hand
it.
cam, talk about each
Yeah,
one.
you should do that. Put it on Plus.
Listen,
Oh my god.
I'm positive that our audience of 25 to 44-year-old males is really passionate.
Yeah, but they may actually be like, huh, so that's what women do.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just like when I
Learning.
gave Craig like the link to the pictures I just posted, so my bunker nails. I go on these tangents every so often when I get my nails done, and people are just like, we have no idea what you're talking about, but you seem very passionate about it, so we like to listen.
that's right.
Wild.
Pewter in the chat says that's how you expand your audience. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're figuring it out.
Expand dong.
Yeah. All right.
Why don't we get Craig to get his nails done?
Okay.
That's right, homie. You trying to make me look like a girl?
I'll do it if you do it.
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's how it works.
Listen, I've already suffered having nail polish done to me before. That's enough for me. Thank you.
There's no suffering. It makes
It's
your nails
suffering.
have pretty armor. You're like a warrior princess.
I don't want to be a warrior princess.
I don't want to be a warrior. You remind me of, this reference if you've ever seen Kindergarten Cop. But there's a little girl and she goes, I want to be a princess. That's like that's kind of how you sound, just in reverse.
I just want to be a boy like Pinocchio, okay? Leave me alone. A real boy.
Real
right,
boy,
well-
like Pinocchio.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've spent the better part of 15 minutes talking about this. I didn't expect
Literally 8 minutes.
it's great.
Look, nails are fun.
This is the mostest fun. That's right. Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, Ian. That is
Thank you for the
spectacular.
memberships.
Let's go. Love to see that. Bjorn says, hang on. Pokemon Quest says it was released 7 years ago. Is the Switch almost a decade old already? Yeah.
We've had a decade of fucking cuck console, man.
I love the Switch.
She was talking
Bad
about
news
you.
for you.
Oh, no.
The chair just ominously appeared one day in his room, and he didn't know why.
What is that chair sitting over there? I don't quite... Better go sit in it. Oh, hey, honey, what's up? No, no. Brave came in. Happy belated birthday, Blabs. Don't worry about getting older. At the age of 29 is in demand. Kirsche is still lovable at 37, and you will be too. Hag love. There you go.
I'm not 37. What the fuck? I'm
gonna
not
say,
that
aren't you
close
younger
to
than that?
suicide.
What the fuck?
Wow.
God damn.
I was like, if I hit 40 without a husband and children, there's just nothing to live for anymore. You know, I might as well just end it, right?
Blabs,
Damn.
is that the end game for you too? If you don't have a husband and children by 40, are you just gonna?
Never really thought about it. No, I'm kind of like, oh.
As you get older, you dry up, Blabs. Just letting you know.
You dry up. Oh, God.
I never want to hear this from my boss ever again.
I'm your co-host right now.
HR.
Do you have an HR even?
Yeah, me.
Oh, okay. You're going to tell yourself.
Yeah. Hello.
Matt Hatter says, how many munyas could a Kirsche awawa if a Kirsche could awawa munyas?
Munya. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't think it rhymes as much as the, like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, you know?
No, it does not. But you know, it's good. AJ the Groundhog says I would totally play a Mario Kart style game that has VTubers. He involves Kirsche. That would be so fun.
That would be kind of fun.
It would be fun. Emperor Creatine says, fun fact of the day: on this day in 1953, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay became the first climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest.
Well, I feel like if you have a name like Tenzing Norgay, you kind of have to, you know, beat some kind of a record. So that makes a lot of sense.
And maybe you have to be gay too.
Like every time he goes, like every step, he's like Tenzing, and then the next one is like Norgay, and he's just continuously saying his
like a
own
South
name.
Park character.
That's awesome.
I like this comment. Poor Craig is basically dead.
Oh no.
Almost there. Emperor Creatine, I appreciate this fun fact of the day that you're throwing down. That's good stuff. Epsilon Sama says, welcome back to Kirsche. That's right. Now that the Fox lady is with us, we got to ask, is it gay for a man to kiss their woman on the lips after she swallows their essence?
No, that's the man's duty. She just spent however long giving you effort, sucking your dick, and you're going to tell me you're not going to kiss that woman afterwards? You don't deserve that woman. Fuck you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So violent.
Thank you.
It's supposed to be violent, because, like, what kind of a man would not kiss his woman after that?
Mm-hmm.
Go brush your teeth. Just saying.
What? Excuse me, if you're going down on me, your face is going to be covered in woman slime, okay? And I'm going to still kiss you after all that effort. All right? At least mine's contained in my mouth when I drink your essence, all right, okay? You don't got to worry about that shit.
No, it's fair. She's got a point, you know. I agree.
Good
It's
old.
only weird if you go and you do it with the dude, and then you go and kiss another dude. Then it's like you a hoe all around. But if it's the
Well, then
same
it's like,
guy-
why even have the woman there in the first place? If you were going to kiss a dude, just put his dick in your mouth. Like, why was she even there?
I mean, fair. So, anyway, I really hope people are listening at work, because there's people saying I'm at work. I hope you guys have headphones on.
It's very dangerous to listen
Oh,
to me
dear.
without headphones.
Yeah, you should probably always have headphones on when you listen to Side Scrollers. Just throwing it out there. Always. Right? Definitely
Also,
don't blare
hi,
this.
Craig's mom. She's probably watching.
Yeah, hey, Mom. Listen, I want to let you know I didn't steer this conversation there, all right?
I'm assuming Craig's reaction is because he refuses to kiss his woman after she expends effort on him.
You think that's effort? I'm just saying, like, it's so easy for her. It's
Excuse
ridiculous.
Why, do you have experience on sucking dick, Craig? Is this what we're going
No,
here?
no, no.
Man, if I was listening to my husband on a podcast and he was just like, yeah, it's not any effort for her to suck my dick, I'd be like, all right, well, let's see how you live without it for the next year, okay?
Yeah.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying.
He's like, no, I take it back. I take it back. I take it
What
back.
I'm saying is that it doesn't take a whole lot. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, do you have experience?
Yes, by it not taking
I
a whole lot.
kind of don't want to know Craig's refractory period. I feel like that's a
That I
little
don't
too
wanna
much
know either.
information.
I guess it's like 2 seconds if you say it's a whole lot.
We're done with this conversation. We're
He's
done
like-
with it.
It's like 1 second, bam, done.
Yeah, Vlad, where is your
Oh
trans?
my
Where's your
God.
trans bucket hat
It
at?
didn't match my shirt today. It's
Oh,
a different blue.
God damn.
I was thinking of wearing it.
Despite how nice the new Sony headphones are, this is way too far. Sony is Japanese, not Chinese. I'm sorry to hear your Twitch permaban, Kirsche. They went too far with Hamasan and prostitutes.
It's okay, I didn't get a perma ban. It was only a 24-hour ban, and it was for reading Anal Violence's fucking smut.
Anthony says, I mean, Kier does have a lot of femboys who would like Kier to would like Kier brand polish. That's true. It's good. Tamamo says, I'm a dude, and in school, we are sampling college courses. One was, collage courses?
Sampling college courses. He spelled college wrong.
Okay. Maybe Tamamo, work on that first. And one was hair and beauty. Had to volunteer for a nail demonstration. Got my nails painted. Not for me. It was weird. I was 16, though. Now 29. There you go, Tamamo. Thank you. Appreciate
The other super chat, I forget what it said, but I wanted to say something about it. What was the one right before that one?
Oh, it's clear.
I was drinking, so I couldn't respond. But I wanted to say something to it. Fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Video Man says the BP is canceled and nothing was lost. EA is not in the game and won't, quote, challenge anything.
I was literally thinking that this morning. You know how their logo used to be challenge everything? And I keep thinking, I'm like, now it's more like challenged by everything. So
thank you, Video Man. Appreciate that. Wasp says, have any of you seen the body cam footage of the pet raccoon playing with a meth pipe at a traffic stop? It's hilarious, and it's only 1 minute long. Wow. It's on the Police Activity YouTube channel. The pet raccoon playing with a meth pipe. All right, sounds good. Thank you very much for that. That's intriguing. Dr. T.S. King says, I love Warhammer miniature paint from the mid-2000s. Some Mad Labs have paint from the 1980s. Paint can keep for as long as possible. No chance to get nails in goblin green. That was a joke. Thank you, Dr. T.S. King. Also want to put out, Link Fan came in with a $100 direct donation. Says, it's the beautiful, bouncy, bubbly, bonus bone bunker Bostonian hope. Everyone has a great day. Link Fan. That's incredibly generous.
Thank you.
We appreciate that greatly. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Anonymous says, why is Craig always looking sus in the thumbnails? Smile, man. There you go. Thanks,
If
Anonymous.
I smile, I look like a school shooter. I'm actually helping you guys.
That's right. That's right. Because I look like I'm
found
doing
the
bad
meth pipe
things.
raccoon video.
No, we can look at it later on.
He's like, no, thanks.
Not right now. Critical Catastrophe says, a slime and the fox in the same week. Careful, you two may catch the VTubing bug. Yeah, apparently we got to get into the VTubing game here, Kirsche.
It's a wonderful bug.
We were talking about if we had VTube avatars, what we would be. I thought it'd be funny to be like a soup can. I don't know why.
Excuse you. I thought it was funny if you would be a soup can.
Blabs
Yeah,
thought
but
it'd
if
be funny
you're
if I
a
was
can
a
of
soup
soup, I have to like throw you off of a cloud in the sky next to a signpost that says vegetables are sold out.
That's oddly specific.
There was a game that I played called Swords of Legends, which was a Chinese MMO that was published in the West by Gameforge, and that was the only reason I played it was because I was partnered with Gameforge. It was a weird, like, hybrid tab target action combat game, and the hybridness of it made it not really fun to play. But they had a lot of really strange NPCs, and there's a couple of clips of me encountering some of these strange NPCs where their title is, like, 70 words long, or there was a signpost after you got to the end of, like, some parkour challenge, and the signpost would be talking about, like, groceries and how vegetables are sold out, but, like, it didn't make any fucking sense.
So he's tossing soup cans off the ledge over there.
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay, well, maybe I won't be a soup can then. That'd be a bad thing. The Rice Stream says, in the VTuber Mario Kart game, Kirsche's cart, though you have Kronk drive, and Kirsche is in the passenger seat.
True, I'm the passenger princess. I can't drive. I can just throw all of the, offensive items for you.
Jimothy says, Kirsche could have her pick of any of the single men in her audience except me. You're going to make it. We're going to make it. Wagyu Montez.
Wagyu!
Thank you. You can't have Jimothy, Kirsche. Sorry.
That's okay. His name's too close to Timothy, which is my gay Korean roommate.
Oh, that's good. Sean says, I'm trying to eat a salad at the moment, was this before or after Kirsche was talking about her woman juices or something?
Are you telling me that you can't finish your salad while listening about woman juices? What the fuck? Why do you put your woman juices on the salad? How about that? How about that be a dressing?
Got a little dressing there. That's right.
Yeah.
Matt Hatter says, I live dangerously. I listen every day at lunch. No headphones, and I turn the volume up. Let's go,
God.
Matt Hatter. Live dangerously. Hey, no, I was going to say something really loud for Matt Hatter and just get him embarrassed, but I wasn't going to do it. C. Thomas says, happy Thursday and Froggy Fresh, Fiery Findom Foxu 4-day work week. Also, happy belated birthday, Blabs. Ahoy. Ahoy to Craig, too, I guess.
Ahoy, me hoy.
And Pause came in and says, hello, friends. I think I should share some cool skincare product rambles with Blabs and Kirsche. Also, Craig, off topic, what tornado experiences have you had, if any? I has become quite obsessed with them in recent years. Okay, so skincare stuff, yes, by all means, and Pause, do that. As far as tornadoes go, I've never actually been in one, knock on wood. Been around multiple within several miles, but never actually been in one. In Texas, in particular, I live in North Texas, up near the Dallas area. So what you see cold air from the coast come in and meet the warm air over here, and then that's why you see such crazy weather. And so tornadoes, it's just like tornado season here in North Texas. So one of those things. Tamamo says, I'm at work on break with no headphones. My colleagues are wetting themselves. Oh, that's nice. Also, small spelling mistakes.
Nice.
Everyone point and laugh. There you go.
Imagine making a spelling mistake. It couldn't be me.
What a joke, especially with those crazy fingernails you
Yeah.
got.
I make more spelling mistakes when they're shorter.
Emperor Cretin says, Kirsche is so lucky I'm at work right now and can't reach for the Jack Daniels because Jesus Christ, I need a drink after hearing as a quick shot. I could have gone the rest of my life without going. Just saying, baby, let's go. And no shame. Adam says, I think what Craig is trying to say is that 10 seconds isn't much effort. That's right, Adam. See, you get it.
That's because all the guys saying that have done it before.
Done what before?
Hot tool and spit on that thing.
Are you okay?
I'm saying you're gay.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Dr. Diaz King says, okay, I have bought those prickly pear cactus taffy, and Kira is 100% right. It does, in fact, taste like a woman.
Okay, so I tried prickly pear cactus candies, and I got jellies and I got taffy. And when I ate the jelly ones, they tasted exactly like pussy. So when people were like, Kirsche, describe the flavor, I was just like, well, it kind of tastes like if you have a bowl of pineapple and you have a pussy in front of you and you like eat the pussy and then eat the pineapple immediately afterwards. It's like a combination of those two flavors together. And my chat was just like, no way. Like, there's no way that that's true. And then several other people bought the cactus candy and they were like, holy shit, Kirsche was right. That's exactly what this fucking tastes like.
Right. Noted. Thank you. Everyone go pick up some cactus candy.
I hate how, like, there's always a deluge of, Kirsche, how do you know that after I say that? Because it's just like, well, chat, you idiots. We were just talking about men kissing their women after they have their dick sucked. What if I'm kissing my man after he eats me and I'm all over his face? The fuck you think I'm gonna taste? What the fuck are you thinking, chat?
Yeah,
you
chat.
virgins?
Yeah, chat. Oh, just let them know, Kirsche. Yeah. How do you think she know?
Oh my god, it's not contained in his mouth all nice and neatly. All right, it's all over the face.
Compartments. Snooty says, we stand with Fox, who also join us on Side Scrollers Plus. It is worth it. A lot of behind-the-scenes content. Also, Rumble Chat affiliate is the official greeter, great guy. Hail chat. Thank you, Snooty. Appreciate that. Speaking of joining over on Side Scrollers Plus, give it up for Chris and Thomas, who became Plus members. Once again, use the link down below to directly support Kirsche over there, and you support us. We got a lot of good things. Kirsche has her exclusive Plus streams starting next week. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Okay, we have diddled around for the better part of 40 minutes.
Maybe don't use that word after everything we've just talked about.
Yeah, maybe bad terminology.
Listen, that's part of the show. It's all right. We have screwed around for the better part of 40 minutes. Is that better, Blabs?
I mean, it's about the same.
We have kicked the can down the road.
Yeah, we've been kicking cans.
We've been
And we
kicking
have
cans.
kick on StreamYards.
There you go. All right. We're glad you guys have joined us. We're going to get to every one of your super chats. Do our best to do so. Guys, we appreciate it greatly. But it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
Now, if you recall,
Ah.
Kirsche, yes, yeehaw indeed. Was it about 3-4 weeks ago? There was the viral meme going around. Who would win? 100 men versus one gorilla.
I remember that because people wanted to cancel Mr. Beast for it. They were like, oh my god, he quote retweeted a post with the N-word in it. How could he do this?
It's amazing how that spurred the whole thing. And like somehow there was a hint of racism in this whole meme, which is silly, but
That is silly.
so dumb. But now we know, or at least we will know, that we'll have the answer of who will win, one gorilla versus 100 men in video game form. As somebody has gone out and they have started to develop just that. We have a 15-second teaser. Check this out right here. Got gorillas giving up. Got gorillas pooping on guys. Knocking them out to sea. Coming soon.
See, this is where the guys have gotten it wrong. You gotta have all 100 on the gorilla at once.
Yes. See, this is you're 100% right. And you notice they just kind of stand there like NPCs, which they are. He's just standing there waiting to get knocked out. But I do appreciate that the guys, when they get an uppercut from the gorilla, they get sent like.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice touch. Craig went away though. His
Yeah,
audio
goodbye,
died.
Craig. You know, I put it on my Steam wish list just now.
You did.
I did. Coming soon to early access, but they don't have an actual date yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's coming soon. This is what I'm talking about. Like this, I want to make meme games like this. Jump on these trends, make these little things there. This is super fun. You know.
This is actually gonna be really cool because you can play with friends.
Oh, you
I'm
can?
down for this. It's MMO, online PvP, online co-op.
What the fuck?
Wow. Okay, wasn't expecting that. So you could actually get 100 of your friends
Yeah,
together
hang on,
and
let
try
me
to.
share my screen because it's got some images.
What
and
if I
they're
don't
okay.
have 100 friends?
This
All
is
right,
good
look at that.
points.
You can have your friends.
Okay,
That's
and
exciting.
the idea is that you could go as one gorilla versus 100 men, or you could be
Like
100
all the
men
guys
versus one
against the gorilla.
I feel
Oh,
like this
wow.
gameplay trailer looks way different than that like cinematic gameplay trailer we just
Yeah.
watched.
I agree. That looks very bare bones.
Is it the
doesn't
same
it?
game? Is it called 100 Men vs. One Gorilla for you, Craig?
No.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Gorilla versus 100 Men.
Gorilla versus. Oh, here it is.
There we
There's
go.
another one. All
Okay,
right.
I was gonna say that looks completely different, Craigathy.
Okay, well, this one's single player but family sharing. Okay.
Okay.
That's not as fun. I'd rather do the one that you have like all your friends together. That's more fun to me.
Yeah, but this game looks way better than the other one you had pulled up.
Yeah,
It does.
whatever, man. Like they're both on my wish list now, so I will be
Okay.
notified when they go live.
Nothing gets Blabs ready to go like Gorilla
A
versus
gorilla.
100 Men.
Yeah,
She's
Oh
got
my
the
God.
Colombian spirit in her.
that's right.
Wow.
I'm not even Colombian.
Okay. All right. That's good. Ian came in, says, you still not got your headphones plugged in chat. That's right. They know. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate that. Tamamo says, I just took a drink as the prickly pear thing came up. I'm choking, laughing, and dying. Time to get back to work. All the best. We'll watch the rest later. Peace. Thanks,
I'm
Tamamo.
sorry you choked.
Appreciate that. Give it up for Mia, who has become a Side Scrollers Plus member. Let's go. And this is a good question. Lancer says, where's 100 Women versus Grizzly Bear?
Let me look. Maybe there is one.
I feel like there's an entire genre of content waiting there that you could just make tons of games of the one this versus 100 this. You know?
So when you search the words on Steam, 100 women, the first thing that pops up is Counter-Strike.
The hell?
That's actually funny.
All right, that's awesome. Video gamer.
Oh no! Then there's there's a lot of Kirsche games.
What is that supposed to mean?
And what's that supposed to mean, Blabs?
Right, I'll read them to you guys. Booty Farm, 18 plus, where she's making a really weird face. Then there's one called How to Lose One's Virginity. Then there's Man of the House, Where Girls Are Made, Female Anchor Next Door.
What do they mean by
What?
where girls are made?
Yeah, what is that? Please walk me through that. What is happening? I'm sorry.
I'm
Can you
afraid.
share your screen at all? Or is-
No! No, we can't, okay?
Okay.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay. It's good to know. Good to know. Well, now at least while Blabs cannot share her screen, we do know.
Wow.
What's that? What happened? I'm sorry.
So many games for Kirsche to play on this list. All the
You're
hands-
underwater.
She's gonna find the one where women are livestock and they have to go to the barn to get milked.
Why is that so specific? Like, how do you think of these things? Have you played this game before? Does it exist?
No, I haven't played that game before. I just know that there's a lot of doujin.
What is this, like Meet the
women
Fockers
as
with the
moo
cat?
cows. I mean, instead of a cat, it's women dressed as moo cows, and then you milk them, and then you make like breads and cheeses and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I've said this before. We want to get into video games, right? And
We're not doing those kind of video games, Craig.
No. I think it would be really funny if we just made Kirsche the creative director of a game, right? And you could do whatever you wanted. And if you wanted to do that, you like that'd be. I don't know. You just jot all your ideas down, and somehow we'll turn it into a game. You know what I mean? I think that'd be
That's
so.
a very dangerous proposition, Craig.
That's kind of the idea. That's kind of the idea. A game that makes zero sense at all. You're milking cow women and all sorts of stuff. Oh my gosh, that's just so silly. Love it. Literal Gamer says, Craig, aren't you breaking child labor laws by employing a 12-year-old boy to be your producer?
I love it how everyone thinks I'm a little boy.
I don't think that's something you should be proud of, Blabs. I'm just.
It's hilarious. I think it's so funny.
We can bring out Blabs Digivice. She's one of the Digi-destined.
Oh my god.
It's so funny. It means I'm doing a good job.
Of what?
Yeah, of what, Blabs?
Hiding from the internet.
Oh my god, putting up repellent? I'm just saying, it's crazy. Steven says, we need a new trend. 1 Craig versus 100 men. Who would win? That's a good point.
Is that implying Craig is not a man?
No, I'm a gorilla.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right. Thanks, Steve.
You're a
Appreciate it.
beast.
I'm a beast. Oh my god. Wasp came in and says, okay, now you need to show Kirsche the video of the Meth Raccoon. It takes place in Ohio of all places, and it's the most Trailer Park Boys thing I've ever seen in real life.
I've never seen a raccoon high on meth.
All right, pull it up, Labs. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's watch the
I'm glad
raccoon.
I kept it here. All right, let's do this. Paste. Okay. Josh video. Wait for me. Okay. Ready?
Sure.
Officer Brandon, Springfield Township Police Department.
Okay, stop it, Josh. How are you?
So the reason I stopped you is you are suspended with a warrant for your arrest.
I am.
So do me a favor, turn off the car, put the keys up on the dash, detain you for that.
Can I ask, on the other side of the van, why does the passenger window have a metal grate, and why does the back passenger window have wood fencing on it?
Oh my god, you're right. Look at that and look at that. I wasn't even looking. Listen, it's a meth pipe story. Let's just keep going.
These are important questions to ask.
Yeah, but like it makes sense. There's a raccoon with a meth pipe. Of course, those.
I mean, I guess it
have,
makes
like...
sense if this is the van where they found a raccoon with a meth pipe, but like.
But if you go back and you look at it, like, okay, you have metal on one side, and then you have wood fencing on the other.
What if it rains?
Let's just say you're trying to get through, right? One of the windows. Which window would you want to get through?
The wooden one, obviously, it'd be easier.
Of course. Okay.
Turn off the car, put the keys up on the dash, detain you for that warrant, and because you are suspended actively. Oh. Hey.
What?
Come here.
Hello?
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my god.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have that.
That's why I'm.
I don't want him to have that.
That's funny.
Do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
How you gonna be rolling around in a mobile pet clinic with a meth pipe? Like, what are you doing?
I feel bad for that dog. I really hope they take the dog away.
I want to know who that old lady is, because she wasn't the lady in the van, and she was also just like, well, I don't want the raccoon to have it. So, like, she seems like a decent person.
She might have been in the back seat of the van or something, because these are all people outside the van. So there might have been more people in the van. Yeah.
I like to think that she was just a
passerby.
No, just a patron of Mattress Firm back there, and she showed up and she saw the raccoon with the meth pipe and was like, I gotta do
Mattress
something about
Firm is a psyop.
that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mattress Firm is actually just a front for like some kind of drug running or human trafficking business. I'm convinced that this is the case because there's like, whenever you see one Mattress Firm, there's bound to be like at least 3 other ones within the next 100-mile radius. And sometimes there'll even be multiple Mattress Firms in the same plaza. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. There can't be so many of you here. So what is the point? Like, people don't need mattresses this often. Why are there 12 of you in my hometown? I don't understand. So, like, there has to be something nefarious and mob-like going on with them. I don't trust them, Craig. I don't trust the Mattress Firm.
I appreciate that Matt just goes, here we go. Here it comes. Well, look, maybe we should do some serious investigatory journalisming when it comes to Mattress Firm, and maybe like some Project Veritas type stuff where we have hidden cameras and we try to get to the bottom of why there's so many mattress firms. You know,
I'll be like, sir, why are there 27 Mattress Firm locations in downtown New York City alone? Are you supplying mattresses to the underground Jewish tunnels? What's going on here? Would you like to tell us what's happening?
And he's like, well, yes, I would.
And then the reporter gets spirited away and is never heard from again.
All right, let's keep checking out this raccoon meth pipe.
All right.
Oh, there's no one. He's trying to smoke it.
All right.
Why is the officer laughing so hard at this?
It's great.
All right. Enough fun and games.
Here.
Again?
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, he's on his way here.
Keep an eye. She was trying to take the meth pipe out of the car. Just keep an eye on her real quick.
I appreciate that he had such a lighthearted approach to the meth pipe.
Yeah,
raccoon,
yeah.
you know?
It was a very lighthearted approach to the meth raccoon.
It's amazing. So I've never actually seen any sort of pet with any sort of drug paraphernalia like that. But
Neither have I.
yeah, I mean, you'd think you'd in your world, Blabs, you'd be surrounded by animals.
Are you saying I'm like a meth head or some shit? What the fuck?
Let's just point out the obvious here, right? You live out in the middle of the wilderness, in the middle of nowhere, right?
Right, so that automatically means meth head?
Right. No, what means meth head is that you have a strong Italian background. I'm just saying, I'm putting these things together. You're
not doing a very good job of it, Sherlock.
I'm just saying, and you have a meth pipe in your background.
What? Where?
No, I'm just kidding. Next to Harry Potter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time.
If I was a full fox, like a fuzzy creature, you know, like when I turn into the Kirsche instead of an anthropomorphic fox woman, if I was in like the Winnie the Pooh universe, I would have my own pot farm. I would have a giant pot leaf farm that I could roll around in and sell my ganja to Winnie the Pooh when he's getting his honey cravings.
I don't know what to say anymore.
I mean, that's kind of that's what we love about having kids. Hey, bro! Thank you. It's good. All right. With that said, today's episode is brought to you by Private Internet Access. Okay, I got a metaphor for you. Using the internet without a VPN is kind of like using your credit card and then just shouting the number across a crowded room and just hoping that nobody's listening. That is where Private Internet Access comes into play. Private Internet Access is a VPN, a virtual private network that shields your online activity by protecting your IP and encrypting all that data going through. Whether you're at home, on public Wi-Fi, or maybe at a coffee shop, you know that your data is locked down and taken care of. I've personally used PIA to unlock region-restricted content, Netflix libraries, sporting events, even cheap deals on flights. You just pick your virtual location, one of 91 countries and 50 states, hit connect, and boom, it's like digitally transporting across the globe. And you can install it on every device in your house with just one subscription. So go to PIA VPN to get the ridiculous deal of 83% off plus 4 months free. That is less than $2.05 a month to secure your digital life. And you have a 30-day money-back guarantee if you change your mind, which you won't. So once again, use our link down in the description or the pinned comments. We would love for you guys to check it out. Because once again, Private internet access supports us, so please support them. So, Blabs, that'd actually be a really good idea for you to sign up because when you're searching for Raccoon meth pipes, you can protect your search.
Oh, yes. Special Urban Dictionary.
Was that Pokemon music in the background of the ad?
No, that was music from Super Mario Brothers 3, the Warp Whistle. It's been this is one of those. I've played that in the background of ads for 20 years.
It made me think of being in the underground area of Celadon City and rummaging through the trash.
It's actually the quite opposite. It's actually you're in the clouds warping levels in Mario.
Well, that is
3.
the opposite.
Yes, truly the opposite. You're not rummaging through the clouds at all, or the trash at all. Okay. Well, thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's episode. Once again, use the link in our description as well as the pinned comment today and the chat. We'd greatly, genuinely appreciate your support. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to this. We wanted to talk about this briefly before we get going. We say, hey, Kirsche, is there anything you want to talk about? And the answer today was yes, there is something. Why don't you give us a rundown of what's going on up in Oregon?
So there was this post in Oregon. I can't find my browser page right now because I have made grave errors in how many things I have open.
All right.
So basically there was a forest area that's, some environmental ground that people wanted to keep nice and tidy and wonderful for everyone to enjoy. But due to policies surrounding homeless people in this area, homeless people ended up moving into this wooded area and completely fucking destroying it. And as we go through some of these videos, they're not all, like, the first one's like a minute long, but the other ones are kind of short. They kind of go over how, like, the mayors of the areas that this forest covers have been wanting to do something about this, but because of the state-level policies, they just haven't been able to.
What type of policies?
Kind of sad. I haven't read through all of this. Typically, when I get stuff for stream, I'm like, this looks interesting, and I will learn about it with chat on stream. So I have no idea. I haven't looked into it. I just found this, and I was like, this is interesting. I want to talk about it. Everything I do on stream is not premeditated. It's all, like, in-the-moment reactions to stuff.
No, I love that. I appreciate that there's, like, just a motorcycle hanging out in the middle of the woods. You know? Right? Like, they got all the stuff just out there. It's almost like, I said this pre-show, but I'll say this now. Oh, is that a second motorcycle? Holy shit. Like, would you give people an open... Hold on. Are those windows just, like, floating?
Yeah, those are just windows. They're on, like, a clothesline, it looks like.
Okay. Weird. It's kind of odd. Some sort of like abstract art going on out in the forest or something.
I mean, I guess this is like so much fucking trash, though.
Yeah, it's disgusting. This is how you get those like fires, those giant fires. People out there in the middle of nowhere. Holy shit, this is disgusting.
Weird how the climate activists aren't commenting on this, though.
You would think that you'd want to go out and clean this up so nothing actually gets lit up. Then you don't have a forest anymore. This is pretty rough stuff here. That's crazy. Holy crap. Oh, geez, just a bunch of everything all over the place.
Yeah.
And this is all because of policy. What do we got here? Jeez.
Yeah, some of the video up above was like the mayor talking about the area.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy.
Let's see. I think I lost audio. Let me reshare my screen really quick because I think that let's see, issues. Here we go.
City of Gresham. Taking a look at all the structures that are being built, like this one over here that has, a 10, 12 foot deep basement underneath the living structure. That's dangerous to say.
I don't know if I would call that a basement necessarily.
I don't even know if I'd call that a structure.
No. There's a porta potty out there. Like the fact that they just stole a porta potty and put it out there, I guarantee United didn't go out and be like, we really need to support the the homeless out here. Let's put a porta potty out. And who cleans it?
Emptying it, yeah.
Yes. Oh, gross.
Ew.
Oh, it's occupied. Watch out.
What looks to be.
Look at those stairs that lead to heaven. Look at that.
Yeah, like what even is that, man?
I mean, obviously they have some sort of ability to create, they have level stairs here, going up, level-ish stairs. Like,
well,
where are they getting
where
this
those
wood?
raccoons are taking those meth pipes.
That's right. Right on down the road into the forest here. Yikes! That is.
There's even writing on the porta potty too. That's funny.
I mean, if a porta potty exists, it's got writing on it. That's just the law.
The no dumping sign. There you go. That's right. Well, what do we have here?
This part, if you read the text, it says, scattered throughout the 1,000 acres of chaos are multiple burial sites. I've been told by dozens of homeless there that there are hundreds of people buried in 1,000 acres. This makes sense considering people have been living in here for many years.
Holy shit.
This has been denied by the county, but I highly doubt they thoroughly check the area. In 2021, a young homeless man and his mom walked me through the deep bush, and after about a half an hour, I found multiple holes dug out. To this day, I have no idea if those...
Oh, Craig, you're muted, FYI.
What the hell's happening? What the Just keep going.
I have no idea if those are actual burial sites, but if not, I've always wondered why then dig the holes. There are no official roads in the massive park, yet we found abandoned cars. It's amazing how the people that manage this area would even allow that. And yeah, I mean, even if the ones that he saw when he was walking around weren't burial sites, I mean, they have pictures of actual burial sites there.
Yeah.
So since 2021, this has been like a huge issue, and hardly anyone's even talking about it.
Yep.
Up in Oregon, huh?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's go finish this last little bit up here.
There are always three things you can count on with progressives and the issue of homelessness. They will always exaggerate how many homeless there are in order to get a bigger budget. They will always downplay the destruction caused by the homeless, and if you ever question anything from them, you're either a racist or a fascist.
Ah, sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
There you go. All right, nice. That's where it goes. You're always an Isterophobe or something like that. So, wow, that's bizarre.
It is. It really is. And it's a shame that like that forest is probably irreparably damaged at this point.
It doesn't take long to mess things up. And Blabs, you're right. Like, where are all the environmentalists when it comes to
Exactly.
you know?
This should be like breaking news. Look at all the shit that's going on in your woods. Clean it up. Look, all the chemicals being left there, the drugs being left there. Think about like the animals in the wilderness who are accidentally stumbling upon this stuff. One, can get sick from the drugs and die. Or two, their homes are being disrupted from all these people just walking in and building shit. Oh, but it's fine. Greta's probably screaming about Palestine or something. It's fine. Great. I agree with you, Craig.
It's just like not working. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, like we see this all. Like, you would never see this. You would never see this. You would never.
It worked.
See
it actually fixes it.
in Florida. You'd never see. You wouldn't see this along in Alabama, and if you would, it would be cleaned up immediately. We'd never have an opportunity to get to that issue, right? And, well, yeah, just go and stay in the forest, and it's fine. It's a mess. You only see this in areas of acceptance, right? People under the guise of acceptance and tolerance, and to the point to where they're so accepting, they're so tolerant that ultimately it backfires on them. You know, there's no standards, and I think that's sometimes when the idea of, oh, you need to be accepting, you need to be tolerant, you lose track that there's no standards. And I think that's the issue in this situation. So what a mess.
But if everyone has no standards, we're all living by the same standards, and thus equality has finally been achieved.
That's very Marxist of you.
That was the point.
That's good. That's great. Well, I got another thing for you here, Kirsche. I saw this, and you said you had not heard of this, so I wanted to read this to you in real time to get your thoughts on this. Okay, this comes from the. We're going to San Francisco for this. So this is from John Trasvina over on X. Says, here's detail on San Francisco United School District grading for equity plan, briefly discussed at tonight's school board meeting, coming to 14 high schools in August. Homework and attendance not counted towards academic grade. Scrutiny needed. Now, here's a little bit more details on this, which is just crazy. Says San Francisco schools trying its absolute hardest to make sure all middle-income families who could move out of the city do so right away. Grading for equity is going to be a real disaster, but I guess that is boon for San Francisco private schools. All right, so here we go. without seeking approval of.
Craig died.
Without seeking approval of the San Francisco Board of Education, Superintendent of Schools Maria Sue plans to unveil a new grading for equity plan on Tuesday night that will go into effect this fall at 14 high schools and cover over 10,000 students. The school district is already negotiating with an outside consultant to train teachers in August in a system that awards a passing C grade to as low as a score of 41 on a 100-point exam. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
So you can get a C by getting a 41 out of 100, but it gets even better.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's not right.
No, it doesn't. Read the next slide.
Grading for equity eliminates homework or weekly tests for being counted in a student's final semester grade. We're so cooked. All that matters is how the student scores on a final examination, which can be taken multiple times. What the fuck? Students can be late turning an assignment or showing up to class or not showing up at all without it affecting their academic grade.
Read this last one and read this last part slowly.
Currently, a student needs a 90 for an A and at least 61 for a D. That's how it's usually been.
Yeah.
Under the San Leandro Unified School District's grading for equity system touted by the San Francisco Unified School District and its consultant, a student who has a score as low as 80 can attain an A and as low as 21 can pass with a D?
Dude, that's fucked up, dude. What the hell?
We're gonna be so stupid. Every other country is gonna be laughing at us, going, "Wow, these guys are so dumb." That we'll be like perfect for losing everything.
I hate how they package this as like, oh, your like attendance and not doing homework won't count against you, and a lot of people will read that and be like, well, that's actually a good thing. This is equity that we want, because if kids who are, far too intelligent to be crapped out in a school all day are going out and doing work study stuff, they should be allowed to do that and not get counted against them for missing classes. And in my case, some of my teachers were like, hey, you don't have to turn in any of your homework, Kirsche, as long as you continuously get A's on your exams, which I did. So they never counted me never turning in homework as something against me because I clearly knew what I was doing. And so when I read that, I'm like, that's a good thing. Because there are students like me who don't need to do homework. It's just a waste of time. They know what they're doing. But they're going to package it like that to make more people think that it's a good thing. And then they're going to sneak in that like, oh yeah, by the way, you're passing if you have a 21 out of 100. Like it's actually really bad, but it's wrapped up in a ribbon where most people will read that and be like, oh, that sounds good to me. Which is a lot of what the subversive language is supposed to do.
Shit like that really pisses me off. Because I have like a perfect example of this. So I had to take a budgeting class in college once. Now, I didn't go to college in America, fun fact. But I was doing so badly that I failed the midterm. And I worked my ass off to be able to pass the final, right? I got tutoring. I studied my ass off. I was like stress mode 101. I passed the final exam, but because I did so badly on the midterm, I still failed the course. And they made me take it again, even though I passed the final exam. And then you see shit like this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, the idea of just to put this in perspective, right? A 21 means you miss 4 out of 5 questions, right? Even in baseball, batting 21% or having a 210 batting average is seen as really bad, right? So we're talking about passing kids and just shifting them through school with a success rate of 1 out of 5.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that this is happening because all over the country, we've seen different school districts eliminating standards for passing as well. Like you don't need to be proficient in reading or writing English anymore in some places. You don't need to be proficient in mathematics anymore in some places. There have been many school districts that I've covered that have just eliminated standards altogether because they're like, we need to keep passing these children. And I remember years ago, there was a... oh God, what is it called? Like a bad thing in Georgia where some school district was, taking a bunch of kids who were failing and just giving them passing grades because they didn't want to lose their federal funding. But because they were passing kids who were failing, these kids were graduating not knowing how to do anything. They were going into colleges that some of them have even gotten scholarships and stuff for, not knowing how to do anything. And so the school district got investigated, obviously. And there's a lot of pressure, I think, on school districts and on teachers to pass failing kids in order to keep their funding. And I think that the real issue should be maybe hire teachers that aren't ideologues than they actually want to teach kids. But that's why this is, I think, part of a design. They want the kids to be dumber. They don't want them to be critical thinkers. They don't want to teach them correctly. And if they wanted to, instead of finding more and more loopholes to pass failing kids, they would actually be trying to teach these kids so that they pass on their own volitions.
Everything about what you just said makes a ton of sense, right? The problem is that we're dealing with people that don't have a whole lot of sense. Now, I have seen this in action where the standard is lowered for what you're seeing in classrooms, even in very good school districts, right? In school areas, is you're seeing the bar lowered for the slowest kid, when in reality it should be high, it should be raised, and everyone should be taught to keep up with the smartest kids in the class. Instead, it's being lowered to where everything has to slow down considerably for, and we're also seeing a lot of kids, like when I grew up, I remember there was like 5 or 6 kids that had like dyslexia, right, in the entire grade. And they went to a second room to do some, special learning or whatever to help them through their stuff. Those kids are now being placed in the class, and they're given tools to assist them throughout the day, right? So they may have a key for math in front of them that other kids don't get, right? Because they need some sort of assistance. So we're lowering the standard for everybody based off of.
Well, this was the whole point of like the No Child Left Behind thing as well. And I was like wicked young when that went into effect, so I didn't obviously know about it until I was older. But there were a lot of people who were saying that, like, if No Child Left Behind gets passed, it's going to reduce the quality, reduce the standards. Schools are just going to be incentivized to pass children that shouldn't be passed in order to keep their funding. And that is essentially what we're living through at the moment. And like, even like you said, when I was in school, there were those kids who would pretend that they had, some sort of learning deficiency so that they could get a teacher's aide to help them. Now, in Massachusetts, we had something called the MCAS, which was like a standardized state test that you had to pass every so many grades. And if you didn't pass that, you would be held back. I want to say it was in like 3rd grade, either 5th or 6th grade, 8th grade, and then the final one was in 10th grade. I'm pretty sure those were the spreads. I might be mixed up a little bit, but you had to pass the MCAS, as well as like in high school later on, you had your ACTs and SATs for colleges. If you were somebody who got placed with one of those teacher's aides because you like either actually had a mental condition or you were pretending to have one because you didn't want to put any effort in, there were people who are completely functioning just like I am, who would get one of those teacher's aides, and that teacher's aide would sit with them on the MCAS, sit with them on the ACT, sit with them on the SAT, and help them with the answers. And that, like, as a teenager, that was when I was like, why should I put any effort into anything if there are these people who can game the system and just get it done for them? And that's like a really bad lesson to learn as a teenager, where it's like, if you lie and you cheat, you're going to get farther ahead than anyone that actually puts in any effort.
Kids aren't dumb. Well, I'll say, listen, let me rephrase that. Kids are smart enough to realize when they can take advantage of a system. Right. There's a lot of kids who see that and they do exactly what you did. You recognize these things. And once again, it goes back to lowering the standard, where you say, okay, well, so, and it also puts them in an unrealistic situation to where once they leave school, like, they're not going to have these keys available to them, right, in real world environments, which ultimately, like, I think what we're going to see, and it started with, it started long before COVID, but I think COVID put a magnifying glass on it. And, kids teaching, learning remotely and things like that. I remember my kid at the time was in kindergarten. It's like, you're expecting a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid to learn this stuff. So it sets a standard, once again, the bar extremely low, to where when they actually go out in the workforce and it's the bigotry of low expectations. That's the phrase I'm looking for here. And it's only going to have a drastic effect, continuously just sliding down over the next decade or so. And somebody has to come in and say, nah, enough's enough. We ain't doing this. And I honestly feel sorry for these kids and these parents up in San Francisco, going back to the original story. Like, what business is going to be hiring these kids who pass with a 21?
It's the competency crisis, and it's only been getting worse.
What a
if
mess.
they're passing all of these failures and sending all of these failures out into the workforce, they're not going to be able to do the jobs of the people who are leaving the workforce. They're not going to have the knowledge or the know-how or even the ability to learn how to do the upkeep and the maintenance that these people leaving the workforce have. And it's going to make everyone worse for the wear. So I feel like everyone should care about what's happening in education. And I don't remember if I brought this up on Side Scrollers before, but a few months ago, I had read this article even. Maybe it was last month, I can't remember. I'd read this article about this mother who dropped out of school when she was 14, somehow managed to come to the United States, illegally, of course, with her children, come to the United States at some age, I don't remember. They're living in like a nice suburb in Connecticut now. They have like their housing paid for. They go to like a public school and everything. Mm-hmm. The mother and the children cannot speak or write literally, like they don't have a proficient literacy level in either Spanish or English. And so they have teachers taking like the tests for the child in school, and the child got some kind of scholarship for a college, but the college was like, wait a minute, she doesn't know how to do it. Like, we can't even communicate with her because she's illiterate. And so like this child was complaining that they might be getting their funding cut. And it's like, well, why are we paying for your entire life anyways? You're here illegally. You don't know how to speak our language. You can barely speak your own language. Like, what are we doing here? What is this?
It's only going to get worse. That's the saddest part about all this. It's only going to get worse. And that's
super cheerful.
Yeah, I know. Happy days. Happy days are here again. You wonder who's going to put their foot down. And hopefully, I think that's the bigger issue here is when there's going to be people who are that live in different states that are that think so differently than the rest of the country, and things are going to continuously get worse and worse, at least in those places. And, we joke about how, when you have like pronouns in bio on a resume, you just like, that's a big red flag.
A huge red flag.
It's going to be a point where when somebody says, yeah, I went to school in San Francisco or in LA, that's like, nope, I ain't interested.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, thank you very much for all the super chats. You can see them scrolling on the bottom of the screen. We appreciate that.
Craig died.
Rip.
I hate this. Thanks for all the fish. I love this. Came in with a $50 super chat. Says lowering grading scores like this is just another reason why I'm against college being free. You can't get 70%. No free college.
I agree.
There has to be standards. And if there's no standards, what is the point of doing?
There have to be some standards, and I feel like even the standards we have now weren't enough to stop the devaluation of degrees, because people were just able to make up like bullshit degrees and just like start spending copious amounts of money on that they were getting from like loans. It's like if you want to get a degree in like liberal arts or like the Pan-African writings of Appalachia, like sure you can do that, but you shouldn't get federal funding for it.
I 1000% agree. Yeah, there has to be something that is tangible that moves society forward. Mr. Melancholy, thank you so much. That's right. Get into physics right here. Ed Song says, Craig, they're preparing the newest generation for their future jobs to say, I love you at Costco. It is too technical for the newest generation to put the fries in the bag. Here you go. Marmalin says, this rewards the lazy mofos like myself in high school. They told me the credits I needed. I took them as I could fail many years of certain subjects. I was and am a terrible student. No free wins, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that, Marmalin. Manny, good to see you. Says, now all they's need to write your name is to get an automatic D. That's right. There you go.
I guess so.
Just write the D. Mercenary says, my mom was a teacher's assistant and she saw the disaster that was No Child Left Behind. She had the paperwork showing passing kids who couldn't read.
It's insanity. And I mean, like the illiterate chick I was just talking about, like she used a TTS thing to be able to try and like write papers or communicate with people. And it's like, that shouldn't be how you move through everyday life in either your native language or the main language of the country you live in. Like that is just insanity. And people are like, oh my God, she's so ingenuitive and she's so smart because she's using tools to help her get over issues that she has. And it's like, no, she needs to learn how to be literate. Like, what do you mean?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Steven came in and says, can we build a wall around California, please? Just quarantine them and cut them all access from the outside. Oh, man. When the big earthquake hits, right? Maybe that'll be the culling, right? What's that fault? The San Andreas fault that runs alongside California?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that earthquake is going to happen. It's just a matter of time when that portion of California just goes off into the ocean and millions of people
I only
die.
remember the Sunda subduction mega thrusts.
I don't recall that.
That's a giant fault line. I think it's like the largest fault line on Earth, and it's in Asia. And like if that fault line got ruptured, it would sink a whole bunch of Southeast Asian countries. Like it would be a literal fucking disaster if that thing like really had a giant fucking earthquake.
Oof. No thanks. No thanks. Christian says John Graham talked about the possibility of doing a comedy skit about VTubers. It would be fun if Kirsche was on with John and maybe help him with his VTuber model. I stand with the VTuber.
I don't know who that is, but maybe.
Or being the chief.
Yeah. Great dude. Adam says, my daughter is A's and B's student, but she always brings home homework and strengthening the road to prison. It just makes me want to homeschool my two boys. We need to rework the education. Yes, I agree. Adam. Video Gamer says Foxu snack tip. Okay, thank you very much. We'll hold off on that. Let's see. Mighty says, when I was a kid in Providence going to elementary school, my bilingual Spanish teacher told my mother, quote, get him out of public school. I guess she saw something in me versus the other tacos. Well, thank you very much in the 80s. Thank you, Mighty. Appreciate that. Wasp says, I remember a news article that said a woman was suing her school system for letting her graduate when she was illiterate. She apparently used an audio program to read papers for her.
That was last year. This chick went through like all of high school and everything, never having understood how to read. She was just listening to audio, and then she's like graduating. She's like, I can't read. Wild.
Accident Seller says this is why DJT disassembled national education and left it back to the individual states. 4D chess move by DJT because it will expose how bad liberal states are versus Republican when it comes to this. Thank you very much. And Speedcake says, hey, Kirsche, I clipped an Asman video a day or two ago and jokingly titled Kirsche's aura strikes again because he jokes about sucking enemies off with a spell to drain their health in a new game he bought.
I got some bad news for you. He also made a joke years ago about how if he sucked a dick, it wouldn't be gay. So, you know.
All right. Well, listen, it's not really how it works, but
it's not. But you know,
no.
The mold math might work differently.
No. I got news for you.
So long, gay boys.
There you go. All right. Video Gamer also came back and says, welcome, fabulous Foxu, fantastic fetishistic endom fighting. Hope you get out of the bunker soon. So absurd that anyone could hate such a wonderful person to the point of trying to hurt them. Stay safe. You're amazing, and I'm sure great things are ahead. That's right, Video Gamer.
Thank you. I'm going to do my best.
Okay. Let's go and move on and talk about this insanity going on with Sony right now. Did you hear about their latest patent? We've seen this type of thing. Sony has patented a bad actor detection system that targets toxic behavior in gaming.
Oh boy! Whenever you say "Have you seen this?" I always think of the South Park skit with the paraplegic guy who's just like, "Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?"
Yes, I am the paraplegic guy in South Park. So here's the article from PCGuide.com. Says it looks like Sony is trying to combat toxic players in multiplayer games with a new bad actor detection system patent. Submitted in October of 2024, the recent published patent aims to punish bad actors who act out against their teammates over an extended period of time that goes against the norm of typical behavior. I guess my question to that is, what is a norm of typical behavior?
See, like, as a MOBA player, my brain immediately went to, yes, finally, we can report and get rid of the people who run down mid for an entire game. But I know that's not how this is going to be used. So
No, I have a strong feeling that is not going to happen. Curiously, in the description in the background of the patent, Sony outlines the use of anti-spam methods in emails to prevent targeting vulnerable users, but the same is not applicable to video games and is not, I can't even say that word, and is not done so in the same methodology. So Sony's patent aims to target, mitigate, and alleviate the issue in multiplayer situation. So here is kind of a rundown here. This is their multiple, this is how you get a patent.
Why are they going to make the bad actors black?
Oh shit! Sony's bad actor. Let's go take a look at this. Let's see how it goes. Sony's bad actor detection. Right here, you can see all the people who are happy, and right here, and then guess what? Oh no!
Oh no!
You're right.
There's so many jokes I can make, but if I speak, I will be canceled.
The bad actors have come in. Listen, only what is it? Only 10% of the bad actors create 50% of the crime, the actions. Is that what it is?
I mean, you're close. It's 1350.
Oh, sorry. Sony bad actor detection system right here. You can see them coming in, and you see how like these singular actions impact everybody else, and how they're just causing all the chaos here. So measuring for the first user, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, antagonistic behavior metric. Oh, we have a game antagonistic behavior metric, and at least the first game a game dependent behavior metric.
I kind of want to see how that works. Like, I want to see what specifically they're measuring.
Yes, so exactly. What exactly does this mean? Comparing the or each metric with an average or reference metric for a typical individual, as described elsewhere herein. So, anyways, yes. So all this. We've seen Activision go in and they are monitoring what you say in game with AI, and if you say bad things, they'll ban you now. But this very much sounds like a social credit score. As far as you have to act a certain way when playing the game, otherwise.
And like League of Legends has kind of had something like this for ages, where like even after matches, people rate you by like different like update metrics. I can't remember what they are because I don't play League anymore, but they have like different update metrics, and like your player score profile is determined by like how many of the different updates you get. Like there's like knowledgeable, there's like teacher, there's like a friendly player or whatever. Like there's a whole bunch of different update metrics, and this contributes to like whatever your social credit score is within League of Legends. And I can only imagine that kind of has weight, like when you get reported as well. Like I don't know if it does, but I imagine it must, right? Because like what other purpose would that serve?
Well, in this situation, it says when you have this behavior along with other toxic experiences, will punish the player with a lower score compared to the norm. This results in some punishments that can be lifted if the bad actor continues to exhibit good behavior, which can improve their score. It's uncertain if Sony will follow through with this patent, but it would be good to see if it would be good to see an investment in improving users' experiences online on the likes of PlayStation Network. So you could potentially be punished for such poor behavior. We talked about this briefly yesterday. Actually, I think I talked about it last night on a show I was on. Could you imagine, like, going to the arcades in the 90s, right? And let's just say, Kirsche, we're playing Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, whatever, and we're playing against each other. And we're talking smack to each other. And when we talk smack, the game just stops and it shuts down and says, you can no longer play this game because of your toxic behavior, right? The game is listening. Could you, like, that's in my mind.
That's stupid.
It's a stupid idea. And this has a very dystopian feel to it. Does that work, Blabs?
You keep going in and out, so I'm trying to like interrupt so it brings you back.
Is Craig always underwater every show, or it's only when I'm here?
It's been really bad this week.
It has been, but we'll figure this out.
You're back now. I'm trying not to interrupt, so I'm like putting it really low.
I've removed echo cancellation. I removed audio. I've.
Now you're super low.
Okay, that's fine.
And I got cranked that gain.
Yeah, I'm boosting you on StreamYard. Speak.
Speak.
Wait, it didn't even do anything. Try again.
I'll get it. It's okay.
All right, you're full now on StreamYards. I can't raise you anymore.
I'll adjust it. I'll do automatically adjust volume. There we go. That's fine. All right. Anyways, yeah, this is one of those things that we're seeing this creep in over the last several years in gaming, and not a huge fan of this kind of dystopian feel. What's the scene from Clockwork Orange where they got the eyes pinned open and he's staring. That's what this feels like. It's like, you will be good, and he's got his eyes all pinned back, and
I don't really like
really.
I don't really like the dystopian like thought policing. Like every game's gonna have some kind of TOS and a way to punish people who are bad behavioral, right? But like when you start getting on this weird sliding credit score system, it creates like an artificial goodness, and then you don't know who the like shitty people are.
You're right. It's fake, right? People have to self-police. They have to tone police, if you will. That's messed up. That is crazy messed up. Modest Rat came in, says, "Hey, bada bing, Vladina. I'm sorry I missed the day of your birth. I wasn't able to ask your internet dad, Craig, for a favor. I let the crew down. Also, hi, Foxy. Arrivederci, mi amici.
Arrivederci, yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's read a few of these off really quick from Video Gamer.
Yeah, I think you need to reset. You're goodbye, Craig.
Okay, I'll be right
back. Goodbye, Craig.
Goodbye.
Okay. Max says, the small patent also punches you for not chatting. Guess there's a lot of games I'm getting banned in for not engaging at all. I'm also always in private Discord with friends.
That seems really silly, because like a good way to avoid getting punished by their dystopian system is to just use fucking Discord like a normal human being. But if they're gonna punish you for not even talking, then like why?
Yeah.
Why participate at all? Like this just seems dumb.
Ian.
Microphone check.
Yeah, you're good now.
You sound better.
All right,
I think it also might be whenever you're like sharing media.
Yes, that happens.
Ian for 10 says, Sony's AI can punish you until you're enjoying the game. Thank you very much. There was a message denied over on Rumble because StreamYards hates it. So it's from Weep for 5 saying, I've been in with PlayStation all my life because they had the games I wanted, plus the anime cultured games. Every time I see California's effects on it, I just want to nuke the state they killed Sony. Yeah. Marius says, bad actor detector system? What does Sony want with Megan Fox?
Oh, jeez.
Little burn right there. And he who shall not be named is Evaldi. He says, YouTube keeps telling me it won't send my super chat. Hopefully this one goes through. Stay safe, Kirsche.
I am covered in a million firearms. I am the safest I could possibly be.
And Marius says, underwater, Craig, because Craig fears the water, and it knows. This is true. He fears the unknown.
Kirsche, listen, I have irrational fears. And this one, I don't think it's even that irrational, right? But one of my fears, I do not like being in water that I can't see the bottom of, right? So going in the ocean, nah, not interested. Not interested in the ocean. Not interested
no,
in
that makes sense. I thought this was going to loop around to you not wanting to kiss a woman after a blowjob joke again.
No, just... Nope, not that type of ocean of sin.
The ocean of sin is the best kind. Is it really sinning if it's with your husband, though?
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I'm not a big fan of... Whatever, just read the super chat.
Yeah, what you just say there, man? Juggalo for 20 says, I grew up thinking online gaming was sticks and stones, logical conclusion. If everyone is a horrible thing, nobody is. Halo 2 and CS Counter-Strike players thought that the world was moving towards generic thick skin, not the opposite.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that so many of us who grew up in like the wild west of the internet are just like, oh my god, we can't have anything offensive.
Yes, I'm with you on that. It's pathetic.
Spider says that's going to be a major problem. Folks will abuse that system. My cousin a few days ago told me that he was banned for 24 hours by the person that was harassing him for matching the energy. Yeah, that happened to me on freaking Xbox. This guy was being a dickhead to me, and so I told him what did I say? I was going to go fuck his dad or some shit, and then I got banned on Xbox for a day or two.
Oh.
Yeah.
My favorite was hitting him with the, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to your 3rd grade teacher and tell her how she failed.
You got banned for that?
I didn't get banned for that.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's creative.
Like, wow.
Ed says, Kirsche, if you ever get invited to Asmon's house, you should play Resident Evil 7 to prepare for the encounter. It's roughly the same hazards as his house.
I've already played Resident Evil 7. That's a good game. I feel like his house is safer than that.
Oh, anyway. Marlon says Craig McDonald's Wi-Fi is giving great charm to scuffed scrollers. Ed Song also says, well, I know where I'll be putting all of the dead hookers to make sure no one will look twice. Oh my. Thanks. And Raptor says, pivot! Pivot! Yeah, I agree with that. Sparky says, whenever Kirsche is present, tangent maxing is inevitable, and we love her for it. Yapping is eternal. Also, belated happy birthday, Blabs. Thank you very much.
I am an inevitability.
Yes, you are, and that's wonderful. It is also inevitable for you, friends, to head over to Side Scrollers Plus. Open up a window right now, and actually, you know what? If you want to use the link down below in the description, there's actually a link in our description right now. You want to support Kirsche? It's a great place to do it. Become a member of Side Scrollers Plus using the link down in the description. It says support Kirsche. It's like 2 links down, and you can become a Side Scrollers Plus member over there and support her on a month-to-month basis or an annual basis. Either way, it works out. It's great. Appreciate your support over there. And we have next week an exclusive Kirsche stream on Wednesday afternoon.
You'll get to ask me all manner of ridiculous questions. Yay!
That's right. And make sure you become a member before Sunday, right, Blabs? Because you're going to do a
Saturday. So Saturday is the post day for where everyone can go and drop their questions with Kirsche.
Cool. Give it up for Professor Plaguebat, who became a Plus member over at Side Scrollers Plus. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Proctophile says, sin with thy lips, Craig. Hi, Kirsche, never change.
What is a proctophile?
Don't know. I don't know, but
it makes me think of a proctologist, which are like the doctors that put the fingers in your bum, and then he's a proctophile. So does that mean that he likes the fingers, or he likes the doctors who put the fingers in?
These are wonderful questions that I think would be a really...
I've been Googling.
Okay.
Proctopexy is a noun. There's no proctophile that I can find, but that is the suturing of the rectum to an adjacent structure, as the sacrum.
Huh.
Oh, so he does like the fingers in the butthole. Okay, all right.
He fixes it.
Okay, he fixes it after he breaks it. I understand.
Okay, that's good. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go to get a couple. You know, as we were talking about this, I did want to pull up one video here for Kirsche, because I don't think we had a chance to get her to react to this. But go and roll a few more supers real quick while I get this pulled up.
Okay. Andrew says, I told a kid his parents were getting a divorce because they found out he had leukemia. They were just waiting till after his birthday.
What the fuck? What? Why would you do that?
His parents were getting a divorce because he found out he had leukemia. They were just waiting till after his birthday.
Oh, I think he means like in a game he used that as an insult at someone.
Oh!
For a second, I thought he meant like he actually told that to a kid.
Yeah, I was just like, what a horrible human being. Okay.
No, but that's a good insult in a game.
C.T. Thomas, or C. Thomas says, I hate how intrusive corporal rats are with gaming. I don't need Karens, corporals, and liberals to tell me what to do. Already suffered that from the evangelicals in the 80s and 90s. It drove me nuts.
All right. Go to get this from Avisi.
Avisi says, so Sony wants to punish for bad behavior according to them, even in a game that is rated of 16 plus that kids should not play. If that is the reason they want to do it. Also, what is seen as bad actor behavior according to them?
Exactly. All right. Kirsche, we reacted to this on stream before, but I don't think that you've seen this, or at least you haven't seen it on our stream. I don't know. Have you seen the naughty bar at the Renaissance Fair?
No.
Oh boy, I can't wait to share this with you.
Craig died again.
I agree with you.
He can't share it with me.
Okay, now I'll share it with you. All right. We had a super chat come in a few minutes ago. It said, sin with thy lips. And that's what this was referenced to.
Oh.
I want to get your reaction to this. Okay, the naughty bar at the Renaissance Fair.
Okay. Perform my shackles?
Yes.
Yes.
How
strong are these? They're not strong. Like, you know, not pulled, you know, climb. Got it. Is that a comfortable and delicious position? I can try another. Perfect.
Okay, so seeing what you see here, what do you think's about to happen, Kirsche?
Well, she looks like she's either lighting a candle or she's mixing a drink. So she's either going to feed this woman something or she's going to pour hot wax on this woman's breasts.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is a bar. I don't know if it's the hot wax variety. So let's see how you react to this.
This is great. Wonderful. Lips upon my tip. Suck it for me, my love. I want to take you right in the mouth where everyone watches. Yes, yes. Take it like Eve in the Garden of Eden. Oh, sin with thy mouth. Give me temptation. Yes. Oh, you dirty, nasty harlot. Look at me as you swallow the girl. I'm dead.
So, is
He's like, where can I go?
I like what I'm hearing, but I don't like that it's from a stranger, that it's in public, you know? Like
your face said everything right there, which is everything you needed to know.
I was stun locked, man.
Let's see how she reacts after this. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you
I was gonna say, what Ren Fair is this at? You know, for research purposes.
need to leave right now. I was saying we should find this, and I will invest in this company, and we will scale this out to every Renaissance fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that beer cost $47.
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Golly. All right, let's see her reaction to this.
You are free, my love. Thank you. You're fire. I love you.
She's like, thank you for that.
Oh my god. She's like, that's the most action I've gotten in weeks.
Wow. So first and foremost, I mean, your first reaction to that is that seems fun?
Yeah. I mean, it seems fun, but it also doesn't seem like something I personally would do in public, because like, you know, being talked to that way is nice by someone you love, but like when it's a stranger and it's in public, like that's kind of uncomfortable. I would just feel like wicked fucking awkward the whole time, probably. And like, but thinking about this, like if we were gonna do an idea like this, instead of just having some like, you know, weak little shackles that you grab onto, you should have like a St. Andrew's cross on the side, you know, get into it.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, people do seem to be into this. They have 3 sets of shackles, at least 1, 2, and 3 over here. So they got to do pretty good business.
Yeah, so when it's really busy, you just turn over to your shackle mate while she's opening the beer and be like, so what do you win for?
You pay $50 instead of $25 for your beer to be put up on the cross, I suppose. And
yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that's where Renaissance fairs are going here. And have you ever been to a Renaissance fair?
I have. I love them.
Oh yeah. Do you get all dressed up and do the whole?
I don't have any like old-timey clothes, but I would like to get some for the next time I go to a Ren Fair, because I think it would be a lot of fun to dress up. I was considering buying a dress while I was at the last Ren Fair, but they were like $1,000, and I was like, I'm sure I can get them cheaper from somewhere else.
Oz, what about you? Would you go to the Ren Fair?
I would. It looks like fun, but I wouldn't do that before anyone asks.
Oh, okay. You'd be the one serving it and tell it.
Definitely not.
I can do the serving. I'll do
Sin
that.
with thy mouth, peasant. No,
I can pretend to be the lusty barmaid. Hit him with the sin with thy mouth, peasant.
Yep, and you just heard half the dudes in the audience go, "Oh yeah." That's right.
That's
there you
half
go.
the chat right now.
That's right. Just so yeah, there you go. You can look for that at your nearest Ren Fair, the Naughty Bar, which once again I'm sure does exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. I'll need to. There's a big one here in the Dallas, North Texas area that has been around for a long time, like 50 years, and it lasts for like a month. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Never actually been onto it before, so I need to go check it out, I suppose. So. I don't. Is it family safe? Can you take your kids out to Renaissance fairs and stuff, or is this?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't personally seen anything unsafe at Ren Fairs until the clip you just showed me, but you know,
I've seen like a lot of people apparently go to Ren Fairs because they're swingers and things. That's what I've heard on the Instagram. So I'm like,
it's like you go to the Ren Fair and you put a flamingo out in your front yard.
I guess I don't fucking know.
Kirsche, you ever heard that before about the flamingo?
No, I've never heard of the Ren Fair swingers, but like I can see it. I mean, it makes kind of sense.
Yes. Tell you what, I would imagine there's a lot of flamingos in the front yard.
They do have a lot of Dole Whip.
Dole Whip at the Renaissance Fair?
Yeah, there's a ton of Dole Whip at the Renaissance Fair.
You mean just like they had in the medieval times?
I'm sure there
So
was
accurate.
medieval peasants wandering around with iced pineapple everywhere.
Yes, exactly. It's like medieval times over here. The show you got to eat with
I
your
actually got
hands.
fresh pineapple on my bunker counter. It's kind of great.
Let's go. Ed came in and says, but Blabs, you and Kirsche can set up a stand and only work 1 week a year, like those people that sell fireworks in 4th of July in New York. In New
That's
Year's.
true.
Wouldn't that be
Blabs,
great?
we gotta be the servers at the naughty, sinful mouth bar.
I don't think I can do that.
Blabs, if you could be a server for 1 week and do that and not have to do anything the rest of the year. Let's say you work 1 week.
Yeah, I'd have to practice how to be naughty, I guess.
No, you don't.
You don't need any practice. You just gotta lean into it. You just
Can't
gotta
do
think.
that. Like, you've been a naughty girl. No, kid, no.
You've been very naughty, and that's why you
Yeah.
found yourself tied up in my cuffs.
See?
No.
Yeah. Like, look, we've established that there's a darker side to Blabs on this
No
channel.
12-year-old boy servers.
Listen, I've been to a Ren Fair, and some of those dudes would pay more for that. I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
That's messed up. But I'm just saying, if you had 1 week at the Ren Fair doing that, Blabs, and that's all you had to do
For the rest of the year?
the year, would you?
Give it a try. I don't know how well it would go.
Fucking 1 week, dude. I would be all over that. Like, you don't even have to get your tits out or anything. You don't gotta sell your booty hole for the price of a cheeseburger. You just gotta say creepy things at people, but it's not creepy because they love it.
That's right. But they're literally paying for it. You know.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Like, at what point do you go like, someone's talking about sinning with their mouth or whatever, and then they look up at you and you got to go pretty far to go too far in a situation like that. You got to say something really messed up.
Yeah, like, you get a guy up there, and, like, they're Ren Fair guys, so they all have, like, big bushy beards, and you're like, yeah, you're gonna get that all over your beard, you naughty boy. You know, they fucking love it, man.
That's right. That's literally what they're paying for, and they'll pay extra for it over there. So proud. Sorry about your accident. I'm glad to see that. Oh my gosh. Mercenary says 79% of the audience just send and enjoyed it. All right, Mercenary. The Rice Stream says Ren Fair demonstrating the principle that modern video games have forgotten SMIC sells. Also, Ren Fair is very body, but generally not around kids. Yes.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have all the women whose bosoms are spilling out of their dresses, but, like, I feel like that's just par for the course with the outfits of the time, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of boobs hanging out.
I haven't seen any, like, pole dancing or any, like, stripper works or anything like that, so, like, I feel like it's pretty okay for kids.
It was very prominent in 1497, you know?
They were getting some splinters on their coochie back then.
Oh my God, I love it. All right, let's go and move on and talk about this last story here. Appreciate you guys popping in. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's talk about the big story yesterday. It happened after we finished our show that EA has canceled the Black Panther game and closed Cliffhanger Games. This is the third round of layoffs this year. Yeah, so they're making this Black Panther game. And what's noticeable about this game and this company in particular is, well, obviously EA has been laying people off like crazy, but they there's a lot of layers to this. Now, here's Cliffhanger Games will no longer exist after coming very soon. They're also not very active on X, if that tells you anything you need to know about Cliffhanger Games. The last post was in August of 2023 when they promoted.
Did they move to Blue Sky?
Good question. Good question. Don't know, but obviously didn't have a whole lot to talk about when it comes to this. Now, they laid off 75 people, and we keep an ongoing
I can't
total.
find it, so I don't think they did.
You gotta hit him with the asmanwelcomehome.png.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's interesting about this is one of the people who worked at this company was really, I think, kind of a figurehead for the company, and really, once it was discovered who this person was, really kind of spoke for the company and some of the involvement with the company. And that was this person named Daniel Lalanders. Now, this person, Danielle. Okay.
I was going to say, I remember Danny Lalanders. Wasn't she the one who was just like,
That's
don't
her.
hire white men?
Correct. You are correct. This is the person right here who, let's just get a quick rundown of who this person is in their own words.
1 year in the industry. I really cannot believe it's been 1 year. It's like just yesterday when I launched my first game and just got the attention of everyone. My name is Daniel Launders, and I'm going to tell you about my 1 year in the industry and my experience and everything that I wish I knew before I got into all of this.
The idea of having 1 whole year in the industry, like you're some sort of seasoned vet at that point, is actually kind of insulting, if I'm being honest with you.
It's a little funny.
And especially if you look at the timestamps here, you can see the white-centric industry over here.
Industry.
Right. She talks about making her own game here and some of the things. She also mentioned how she doesn't hire a single person, a single white person.
My next concept is team. Who is your team? A little background about this. I have a team of 21 right now for Validate. It's a pretty big team. It's a crazy big team for indie games. But who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying that sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something made it okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while they're trying to make a game that they love.
So that's racist.
Yeah.
Right. So she was with that company, and then she no longer was with that company now, but she was definitely the figurehead of people working at Cliffhanger Games.
She was an associate narrative designer.
Good.
Right.
Put the fries in the bag.
That's right.
And it's funny because if you remember, all this happened in, I believe, March of 2024, and she left Cliffhanger Games in May of 2024. Unknown if she was fired, if she left on her own, but it is worth pointing out that before she worked for EA, she worked for Sweet Baby Inc. Just a fun little fact.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, fun fact.
A little refresher for you guys.
It's amazing how that works out. Now, she mentioned a game that she worked on, and once again, she did have 1 full year in the industry when she made that video, and she had released 1 game, a game called Validate. Now, I don't know if you remember this game, but let me just kind of show you the Steam page here, just so we're all on the same page of what type of game this is. And this was a game that was, well, just let the trailer play for you here. Here you go. Well, let's go with audio. Let's just see the trailer here for Validate.
I vaguely remember looking at this back when we first looked into this woman.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready to find that future bae? Or will you mess up and fumble the bag?
Can we just stop for a second and see this dude right here?
Why don't they make attractive characters is my question. Like it's not hard to make attractive black
She's
characters,
not attractive.
man. It's not hard, dude. Why? Why do they do this?
Yeah, well, they all have the pronouns in all the characters here. This is definitely a she/they because they really want you to know that he, him.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. But this game, let's just kind of check in to see how well it's doing right now and how many people are playing Validate. By the way, Volume 1. By the way, they definitely plan on doing more of these in the future. Right now, there are 0 people playing Validate right now, which is off from its peak of 1 in the last 24 hours.
It's got a higher review score than Crime Boss, though.
That's true. That's true. But a lot of people are kind of dancing on the grave here of this situation. Where once again, what was her title at Cliffhanger?
What was it, like senior? Hang on, let me pull it back up. I want to get this right. I don't want to say the wrong word. LinkedIn load. Okay, so on Cliffhanger EA, she was associate narrative designer.
Yeah, so the narrative designer.
11 months.
Okay. the narrative designer of the Black Panther game, which, you know, she did such a good job of creating a narrative on Validate that, you know, she should have been hired for this situation. She has not taken this very well, at least the firing and just everything in general, as she has gone protected.
No, she's been protected since last year, if you remember, when it all broke, like the news that she had, you know, said all these things.
Right.
She went and protected her tweets, and I'm pretty sure she had another account that I feel like she nuked that one last year as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been private for over a year. It's not to do with Black Panther.
Okay, well, her website is also down.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
That's funny because I clicked on it this morning and it was working.
Really?
Yeah, I remember clicking on it. That's why I put the link in the document. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is another situation. I think this is, look, I'm not pointing fingers directly at this lady, right? I will not do that because she was,
You
she's
should.
one of 300 people that were fired. Well, she wasn't fired in this situation, but she was definitely a part of the perception of cliffhanger games when she worked there, which ultimately led to the appetite for this game not being a whole lot, right? And then ultimately EA canceling the game and ultimately closing the studio. So when you have these forward-facing people saying these obviously horrible things, it's a trickle-down effect, which ultimately led to really bad things happening. And like I said, I don't root for anybody getting their jobs cut or closing studios at all. But you know, what's the old saying? Fuck around and you find out, right? So
it actually is really funny because if you look at cliffhanger like studios on EA, they don't have any games. They were only working on Black Panther.
yes, yeah,
Which is wild.
So the game itself obviously didn't perform, or even internally, well enough to get.
And I don't even know how long like this game was in development for. I don't think there was an answer.
You see,
but
this makes me want to have one of the employees like leak all of the stuff they had been working on, just so we can see how ridiculous the Black Panther was internally. To know that it got scrapped this fucking hard before it ever saw the light of day.
Man, that would be so good to see. If anybody has a build, if you worked at EA or if you worked at Cliffhanger and you want to get that out there, man, just put it out there. That'd be so good.
Okay, so the game was originally announced in 2023. Then already by 2025, it was completely shut down. And the budget is unknown, so we don't even know how much millions of dollars they wasted on this game either.
Right.
I'd like to know that too.
Well, Cliffhanger was based in Seattle. And, you know, so they had a really big responsibility of developing, they're developing something based off of a Marvel IP, which that's a huge responsibility. And it's really hard to mess up. But Seattle, big cost over there, 300 people working on it. Look, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are really upset and say, Blabs, see if you can find some folks on that said, no, I worked for Cliffhanger and got fired. And it would be interesting to go down that rabbit hole to see how many of them have pronouns in bios. You know, I bet there's a greater
It
than.
might be hard. They might be on Blue Sky, and I won't be able to see that.
That's true. That's true. Well, maybe we'll do a little digging right there. So rest in peace, Black Panther game. Rest in peace there, Cliffhanger Games. Mess around and you find out. So there we are right there. Mm-hmm. All right. Game Hunter Silly says, I went to community college, got a job. I went to 2 community colleges at the same time, got music instruments donated to me and invested in more music equipment. Still writing the Aspen Kirsche games. Excellent. Thanks, Game Hunter. Looking forward to seeing that.
Imagine.
What if we made a fighting game that featured online personalities, right? And you're a playable character, and then like Asmongold is a playable character, except when they fight, they don't fight. They just fall in love.
The shipping is getting out of control now.
It'd be funny. I'm just saying. It would be really funny. All right, here we go. We need Phoenix's confetti cannon on. Yes, that's right. Well, that'll be coming soon. We have the confetti cannon coming very, very soon. Miku says, I did that because I wanted a safe environment. As a man in the hood, I would rather have a microaggression than get sucker punch games or pow. That's right. Thank you so much, Miku. So she supports segregation and wants to bring it back. Yes, copacetic. That is correct. The lady admitted to committing a felony. Oh, nice. That's good. Cool. As soon as I get my associates in game simulation development and certificate in both game programming and computer animation. Excellent. And Max says, be wary. A lot of swingers are at Ren's Fest. Also, the Texas Ren Fest is by Houston, and their OG owner committed suicide about 2 weeks ago. Oh, my gosh.
Fuck, why? That got dark fast.
Yeah, golly. That's messed up. Holy shnikes. All right. Hey, we are 3 new Plus members away from our Montez goal today. So head over to sidescrollersplus.com, become a new member, and we're going to drop a major Montez for you guys. We'd love that.
Montez.
Major Montez. We do have a new Montez, which is Blabs' favorite, which we'll play for you today.
It's funny. I think Kirsche will like it too.
Oh.
And once again, if you'd like to support the show, then by all means, or support Kirsche, then click the link down in the description to directly support here. Your monthly support will go to her as well. Quick reminder, we have King of the Couch coming up. We just announced this over at Side Scrollers Plus, coming Saturday, June 14th. Very excited for this. We're getting a bunch of friends together. We're playing games on the couch, and it's going to be like this is like our version of esports. It's going to be stupid fun. We're looking forward to this. It's going to be the pre-show will be available on YouTube, with the main card being available over on Side Scrollers Plus. So we're going to continue to give you guys value over there, which is great. All right, Blabs, let's get to some supers real quick, and hopefully we can get to that Montez goal before we wrap.
Okay. Ed says, well, at least you aren't chasing the Edwards in the Marvel game Nuclear, because they were invented yet. Earthbound says, today in gaming history, Fuga 3 was released, an RPG where you control a tank with a super weapon that costs the life of a crew member to fire. That's dark.
Oh.
Illogical Victory says, Amy Henning cannot catch a break.
Okay.
Game Hunter says, I was diagnosed with a high-level Asperger's syndrome when I was 4. No joke, Craig. A high school counselor took away my 2 scholarships worth $32K. I was a jock and gamer bringing in A and B, and they hated me.
Wow.
Why would they take away your scholarship?
Yeah, that seems like the opposite.
Yeah, that sounds silly. Speedy Cake came in with the $50 direct donation. Says, this crap here is why I want more good single-player games, because I'm sick of the oversensitive, over-moderation, anti-fun policy stuff designed to appeal to people who like this crap. I long for the days when you could just have fun insulting each other. Thank you so much, Speedy Cake. Appreciate that. That is massive. Tenarian says, I overslept. Start over.
No.
Oh, I was going to start there we go. There we go. Here you go, Tenarian, for you.
We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
Just all right. Tenarian says, I ordered a bunch of PS1 games recently, so many, in fact, that the seller threw another game in for free. The game was none other than Kirsche's favorite, Legends of the Gobos.
I love the gobbles.
It actually holds up a lot better than I expected. Thanks, Genarian. Awesome.
Hey, bro.
Is it just me?
Yeah, it's just you.
So bad,
you're
bro.
dying.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to boot it all out. I'm going to reset everything. It's crazy. It's like in the last week.
Yeah.
Weird.
Maybe like your microphone cable is fucked. You need a new one.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. Well, let's go get a few more supers real quick while I do this.
Mercenary for 5 says, I have the high-function autism of Asperger's too, and they screwed me over as well in high school. They really held people like us back.
Why though? Like, especially if they're trying to pretend that they're like, oh, we're all gonna help these people who are like,
yeah, this is
they have mental conditions or they're on like the spectrum or whatever, and then they just do the exact opposite. They're just like, okay, well, fuck these guys particularly, and all these people pretending to have conditions. We're gonna help them instead.
Monster says, Hotline Kirsche, you for your favorite sensual fox you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Hot
no.
18-year-old fox girls want to talk to you now.
Anthony for 10 says, the hilarious thing is Kirsche's husband was talking about EA needing to fire people, and like 15 minutes later, EA made the announcement of Black Panther. That's funny. Mario says, Wakanda for never! That's pretty good. Riri says, great, now I have an imagine of Leon from Resident Evil 4 after a long day of fighting comes to a safe house, and suddenly, hello, stranger, what you buying? Belt unbuckles, pin straps. It's on the house! Oh, no.
Oh my god. Yeah, true.
Arepa says, when Foxer talks dirty, I lose gallons.
Oh, God.
Kate Bailey says, this is a public service announcement. Streamers in chat are super mega duper cute and lovely. Thank you very much.
Bailey is super mega duper cute and lovely.
Well, the more you know. The Procta file says basically means ass enthusiast. Judge as you will.
Sorry, I like the ass enthusiast. You guys are pretty correct about the world.
Jay Greenlee says, saw you watch Lord of the Rings. Was it the extended edition? No, he didn't watch that.
No, it was not. But I have good news for you. Blabs is going to watch American Pie soon. It's going to be great. She's never seen American Pie.
Have you not seen that?
No,
I don't think so.
How have you never seen? That's like a cultural movie at this point.
Yep.
It's just missed out, you know? Hypernaut says, I'll say it for you, Kirsche. Why is it they gotta low-key use black faces as the bad actors in the example? Where's Kaido when you need him? Oh gosh.
The way that they had those graphs, like all the like white people, and then they went over to the next one, there was like a couple of black people in there. I was like, are they trying to say that like when the black people move in, the neighborhood goes down, and that's why they had to implement the system? Because like that's what are you saying here, Sony? What are you doing with this?
really jacked up, yeah.
I don't really believe this one from Mercenary. Best part is the school tried to send me to juvie because of my autism, and my parents had to fight the Los Angeles and school district over it. But like, you don't just get sent to juvie for having autism.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit more to that.
Yeah, I think there's more here, man. Did you do something? Benjamin, is that a Blue's Clue hat, Craig? Oh, hi, Flopsue in black.
No, I don't.
It does kind of look like a Blue's Clues hat.
Yeah, we gotta follow the mystery.
No.
Where are the other clues, Craig?
Yeah, we gotta give him like a little magnify glass.
Anyway, he's got to do the song. He's got to do the like. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from.
Evie says, "Why not ESRB server tires? Commies can't common sense." That's true. Commodore Fenton says, I'm very high on the spectrum and got held back in the 90s high school, even though very smart. Blabs, show Fox Lady your bald head from yesterday. No, I'm good, thank you.
Wait,
Adam, they made a horrible meme of me as a bald woman, but it's not even my face. Adam says, this sounds like bully hunters. Remember that. Mr. Maloney says, glad I stopped the PlayStation for fuck off, Sony. Know your place.
Same.
Hex says, with all these game suggestions, Craig needs to research the competition. Go play Idol Showdown and Hollow Cure.
Hollow Cure was fun.
Give it up for Goldfang and TK427 Gaming, who became Plus members. Thank you guys very much. Genuinely appreciate that. Use the links down below. Appreciate that. That's excellent. Digital Zero says, I feel like a side scrollers made game is the same vein as Maneater, and Maneater would be awesome, Gorilla or otherwise. Thanks, Digital Zero. And Marius says Rocket Raccoon's origin story. Yes, with the meth pipe right there. Santastic says I signed up using promo code FoxLady, and I get my news from a Bostonian anime woman. Do something.
Hey, why don't you do something about it?
Do something about it. We did hit our Montez goal. How exciting is that, huh? So let's go ahead and play the new Montez goal today here, Blabs. Do you got it?
Oh, do I? It's at the very bottom. Hang on.
I got it.
Bitch! Montez! Let's go! Montez!
I was not expecting that.
Thank you, Phoenix.
You good there, Craig?
Yeah, sorry, I took a bite of food on the way down to the Montez. I gotta chew it up real quick.
What are you eating?
My kids got back from their class this morning and brought me some nice Chick-fil-A.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah, so I took a quick bite and it didn't work out very well.
Oh no.
Lexter5 says, after about the racist game dev lady, the worst thing is that all these people had good high-paying jobs for a year to make garbage or nothing. What a waste.
Yep.
Mercer says, yeah, I was a kid in the 80s, and that was it. Okay.
I was a kid in the 80s. That's it. There you go.
Joey says, Craig, you need to change the potato your internet is connected to.
That's not my potato internet.
Mercer says, San Diego has the Marines that long can save the area. What? Just filled the barrier around the 3 locations in California, and the rest of the country will be saved. San Fran, LA, and Sacramento. It's the only way. Thanks, ma'am. Game Hunter series says I'm part Native American. School counselors find creative ways to screw over my future. My classmates were really stupid. They didn't want me to attend UC San Diego. California made the kids dumber. Ooh. On a side note, I must reprimand Craig for eating on stream because he yelled at me when I had popcorn once. Now I get to have popcorn too.
But I am muted though.
I was muted last time too. Just saying. Mercenary says high school in the 90s, they stuck all the autistic kids with the troublemakers that would have to go to juvie. They lumped us in with the bad kids. Oh. That's wild. Wust says it's like she's the opposite of a magical girl where she pretends to be a 12-year-old boy to hide her identity. It's true. It's true. I'm hiding everything.
I can't think of magical girl identities anymore without thinking of that one hentai where that chick's magical girl powers got activated by anal sex.
Anyway, Adam says, hey, you should get Fat Electrician. You did a video about it. You don't...
Wait, hold on.
You know,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't... No,
Hold on.
we're
Back up.
going. Thank you very much, Adam.
Hold on. No. Hold on. No.
Never for 17 months.
Wait, tell me about this.
I don't remember the name of it, but there's a magical girl hentai where like the magical girl's anime woman magic powers are activated when they have anal sex.
That's how it worked?
That's how it works. They can't transform into their magical girl crime fighting monster killing outfits with magical powers until it gets put in their butt.
What magical powers did they have after that happened?
It's like, you know, it's like a Sailor Moon or like a Madoka Magica kind of thing where they just have like magical powers and they can fight evil, but like they can't activate them until someone puts it in their poopa.
Are you sure it's an anime?
It's a hentai.
Okay, it's a hentai.
Yeah, I said it was a hentai.
Okay.
Hentai is a category of anime, so...
Yeah, I know.
That's fair. But like now whenever magical girls are brought up, that's the only thing my brain thinks of now because it's so fucking
magical girl. Okay.
I'm sorry, what's that, Blabs?
I'm not that magical girl.
Oh, God.
I don't participate in the hentai.
Or the butt, apparently.
Tuesday night's anal night.
Look at Blast over here questioning life.
I'm multitasking. Rumble's telling me there's a bot, but I can't see it, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Just questioning life over here.
I am. I'm trying to like understand what Kirsche's saying, and I'm trying.
Well, the Tuesday night anal night is actually from a journalist. It's from Dr. Uncle Turtle Boy, and he called a politician in Boston. I can't remember if it was a comptroller or the mayor or someone, but he called some politician, and she had a video leak where she had anal sex with some guy next to her disabled son who was in a wheelchair while they were having sex, and he posted the video online where he was just like, she let me stick it in a poopa, you know. It was really fucking weird. And then Dr. Uncle Turtle Boy called this politician lady and then left her a voicemail. He was like, yeah, I guess Tuesday night's anal night, eh? So now that's an alert on my channel sometimes because it's wonderful. Why are you fighting? Why are mom and dad fighting? They keep leaving and kicking each other out.
He booted me and then he muted himself. What are you doing?
Mommy and Daddy, stop fighting!
I really just wanted to have her just talk about whatever she's talking about and slow, like if I could have us slowly pull away like while she's doing that, I would. My goodness. Denarian says, did Blabs ever decide what her VTuber model would be? I suppose I'd be a ram with a big old mutton chop, since my country's name translates to Sheep Island.
What?
Yes. Marion lives out in the middle of the ocean. Blabs, any thoughts on your VTuber model?
No, not really. I thought we were gonna go with Jose Ramirez.
I mean, it'd be funny, but at the same time,
I don't know. I'd probably just make myself an anime chick, and that's it. I don't really want to be a VTuber, you know? Like, with respect. Nothing.
Well, but I think that it'd be fun to, you know, just at least.
I'd probably,
get
I don't know, maybe
together.
a pine cone.
My mods sent me the source if you wanted to hear it straight from the Dr. Uncle Turtle Boy's mouth.
No, I'm not. I think we're fine. Thank you, though. And then Saint just did another rumble rant saying, I think she meant adrenaline.
Adrenaline?
Anyway. Marlon says, to be fair, from 80s and early 2000s, we didn't say autism, we just called them weetods. Also had them ride the short bus and leave early, so if they went nuts, only the weetods got hurt.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I want to see what this is. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Dinner, supper's never ready.
So I'm looking for a replacement. I do need someone with a car. I mean, do you have a car? Hopefully you have a car. But, you know, the requirements for coming up here, like I said, Tuesday night's anal night. It's just what we do. Okay. You're going to have to get me some chicken nuggets.
Okay, that's really
It was a councilwoman that he called, apparently. It's a councilwoman.
Wait, what's the background here? What's happening in this? He's
the
calling...
councilwoman had a video leaked by the guy that she had sex with. He took a video for some reason, and he talked about how she let him stick it in her poopa, and it became a whole thing because she had her disabled son in the room next to her while she was having sex with this guy. Because, like, the kid can't crawl out of the wheelchair, right? Like, he's stuck there. So that became a whole thing, and then Dr. Uncle Turtleboy called her to make fun of her. She answered the phone the first time and then hung up, obviously, when she realized who he was. So he called back, and this is him leaving her a voicemail.
Okay, all right. I appreciate how he's just, this is what we do on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, this is just a normal Tuesday night.
But, you know, the requirements for coming up here, like I said, Tuesday night's anal night. It's just what we do, okay? You're going to have to get me some chicken nuggets.
Night.
I'm going to need to buy you.
Tuesday's supposed to be Taco Tuesday. You can't have Taco Tuesday and anal on the same fucking day. That's bad
Apparently he
planning.
The car.
Wow. Oh, sorry. There we go. I feel like we should do this. And there we go. Bob's like, I'm done with the show today. That's good. Darian says, I remember a skit from the 2000s about why blood stuff is good. It's okay. He says it's tighter, warmer, and deeper, and most importantly of all, it's demeaning to women.
What the fuck?
Damn, Tenarian, that's messed up.
What the fuck?
All right. It must have been the joke.
That man doesn't deserve tacos or anal night on Tuesdays.
It says, Blabs, a lot of teachers past elementary school are authoritarians. They don't like when you don't follow the rules to a T. I got punished for telling someone my punishment for another, quote, offense.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I just find it so wild.
Kirsche can't break my mind. Thank you very much, Game Hunter. Darth Gavel says hentai is not anime.
Yes, it is. It's literally an anime. Anime is animation. It's a category.
It's from Japan.
Yep.
All right, Mercenary, thank you very much. Appreciate your... sorry to hear about your story, my man. All right.
Let's just go, man.
Blabs is done. Blabs is done with the show today. Appreciate you guys popping in. It's been a great one. Kirsche, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Kirsche Verstal. Same tag on Twitter and just Kirsche on Twitch. I stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, baby. That's where I just fucking chill out. I yap max, so you never know what you're going to get, even when I have planned tabs.
Love it. Love it. That is our show when you're on, and I love it. It's outstanding. All right, quick reminder, head over to Side Scrollers Plus. I'm going to show you a quick video on how you can sign up. Once again, use the link down below or just go to sidescrollersplus.com, and this is going to teach you how to sign up so you can support us and Kirsche. Go to sidescrollersplus.com. It's really simple. Then all you got to do, go up there, become a member. That's it. That's all you got to do. You can either sign in with Rumble if you want to. It's really simple. If you got a Rumble, you just click the button right there. Bam. Otherwise, you just make a new one. It's really simple. Then you go and you put all your information in. And then you say, yeah, this is me. And you approve it. Then you put in your password, set up your profile, bingo bongo, hit subscribe. Really quick, put in your information. You can put in your annual or monthly. You can put promo code. In this case, we're going to put in promo code PLUS. That's going to get you a little discount. Once again, we're trying to make this the Netflix for nerds. You can click support and bada boom, you're in it. It's just that simple. There's Phoenix did it. It's just like that. So head over to Side Scrollers Plus. We appreciate it, guys.
Bingo, bango, bongo. I subscribed to Side Scrollers Plus from the Congo.
Let's go. Easy breezy. I like it. We do have a new song, which we'll do that tomorrow. Which was great. That was put together by who put it together?
Ninja.
Oh, Spoon Ninja did? Oh, that's excellent. All right, guys. Have a great day. Appreciate y'all's support. You guys head out, have a great one, and get outside, touch some grass, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.